Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to our weekly IELTS preparation class. Today our topic is speaking task. Hello Tusha, welcome. Hello Cameron, welcome. Hello Nurullah bro, welcome. Hello and Sleepy Day, okay. Hi Berke, welcome. Hello Pramod, welcome. Hello Azam, welcome. Hello Anika, welcome. Okay, so can everyone hear my voice and see the video clearly? Okay, Anika. It's looking like you just woke up. Yes, I just woke up. That's good. It will work to you. Amdi Aziz, welcome. And I didn't sleep yet. Oh my God, what are you doing whole night, man? It will work to you either who have celebrated. Hi, Nico. Welcome. So would you like to join for a few moments, Nurullah and Anika? Hi, Pramod. Welcome.
Hello, Teacher Rahat. How are you? And thank you for welcoming.
Okay. Tell us, where are you from and what do you do?
Yeah, I am from India and I live in Delhi. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm a teacher. I teach mathematics to senior secondary students.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. And how long have you been teaching? Hi, Vikas. Welcome.
Uh, I'm a government teacher and I'm posted 2 years ago. And you can say I am new in this field. But if you asking about my experience, well, I am teaching from 6 years. Okay, I have 6 years teaching experience.
Okay, that's great. We've got our Nurullah, bro. Welcome, bro Nurullah.
Thank you,
Hello,
Rahat Bhai.
Nurullah.
Hello and Assalamu alaikum to all the viewers of Gandhi Hollow live stream. Welcome on board, guys. And I have a question for Pramod or
Yeah.
Pramod. I'm sorry to pronounce your name wrong.
No, you are pronouncing
As you are a
correct.
mathematics teacher, yeah, as you are a
Yeah.
mathematics teacher, I have a question for you. 2 + 2 is equal
Please.
to 5. How?
How? Oh my God! This is, there is some loopholes in this concept. There is 2 + 2 always 4, not 5. Let's identify.
But
Okay.
I said 5. How?
Can you prove that?
And
Yes.
Nico said 2 + 2 is 1, not 5. You're wrong, Nurullah.
Yeah, 2 + 2 is equal to 1, but I'll say 2 + 2 is equal to 5. How? That's the question. How? How is it 5?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's well, teacher Rahat. What do you think about that? Is it possible? 2 + 2 equals to 5?
Yeah, that's possible, but you need to answer as a maths teacher. Hi, Vikas. Welcome.
No, it is
Yeah,
not
hello, Rahat
possible.
bhai.
It's not
Thank you.
possible.
Hey, hey Vikas, welcome on camera.
Hello,
Yes, I'm
Vikas.
a teacher.
Hi,
I know
Narula,
it.
Prince, Pramod.
Yeah,
One,
hello, Vikas.
one moment. Let me welcome Nigo, then Owan, Azam, Aishan. Azam said that I'm a maths teacher too.
एक वो कपड़ा देना मैं बच्चों ने वो
If
करा
Nur asks, it
Hi,
is
Jet.
possible 100%.
ना ना खाने का है
Well, Aishan, since it's IELTS live stream, I wouldn't make any fun, but I just had the question in my mind, so I have to ask him.
No, well, you know that many people say, okay, I can prove 1 equals to 2, but many times when you're going to prove such type of things, there are always some loopholes. There are some mistakes if deeply analyze, and because you know that
बस
1
Bro,
equals
you are
to 2
going
equals to
so far away. Brother, you are going so far away. 2 plus 2 is equal to 5 by mistake, man. It's simple.
yeah. Okay, you
It's
are
a
joking.
common
I
sense
understand.
question.
Yeah, you know that. Yeah, you know that. You're right. But most of the time, people many times say, I met some people, they say, okay, I can prove 1 equals to 2. And they try to prove that. And you can easily, if
Even I can prove the
deeply analyze.
loophole. Even I can prove the loophole, but it's gonna take a long time to make it 5. So you have to multiply and then minus and then divide.
Narula, you do one thing. If I suggest
Hmm?
you, after
Hmm?
Rahat Bhai live stream, you do one live stream about this 2 plus 2 5 how, and you can take penalty of time, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour for prove this thing. What do you think?
Yeah. That will be a good.
Well,
Yeah, that will
well,
be
And
good.
I'll
because
be also there.
because because
I'll be there to learn from
because
you.
wait, wait. Give me only 5 minutes. I'll be back, and I'll hop on with you again, Rahat bhai. Just give me 5 minutes, okay?
No worries. You're welcome anytime. You know that. So welcome because Pramod and all the people. Today our topic is IELTS speaking task. I'm not sure if you guys are planning to sit for or if you don't need it. You see. But anyway, I have welcome to my live stream. So have you ever sit for IELTS exam? Any of you?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Basically, as you know, the IELTS is the international English language testing system from the UK that has been offered through 196 countries and territories around the world through British Council and IDP. Only for the reason when someone wants to study or immigrate to the English-speaking countries. And sometimes for the professional registration, it is needed. So that is the basic concept, and there are two types of tests: academic and the general. Academics mostly for the studies. You can see from the word academic, like academic related any studies, and registration. And general is needed only for the immigration, like Australia, Canada, New Zealand. And UK government is going to start the immigration from next year, points basics. Okay, and it will be really an important and fascinating news for the rest of the world because the Brexit is happening on the 31st of December, and government has a plan to bring more and skilled people for its economic development. Okay, Azam has explained how 2 is 5. Oh my God. It's really amazing. It will be amazing topic, Vikas and Pramod, if Nurullah goes with this 2 to 5. Pappu said, Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam. Mine said everyone has shiny and colorful profile. Okay. Mohammed Dave, welcome again. Hey Anu, good morning. Anu is always doing the Avengers Assembly hard live stream. Okay. So, Mohammed, welcome.
Yeah, thank you, teacher.
Okay. And honestly,
Uh,
Pramod, Vic, and Mohammed, when we bring any
mm-hmm.
participant here, we sometimes try
Yeah,
to ask them to uh, talk about any topic like simulating trials
mm-hmm.
exam. Would you like to try, or would you like to talk
Yeah.
anything general? That's after you guys.
Mm, okay. I just curious about the IELTS section, especially in speaking. But I have no much idea about this one because I haven't taken IELTS test, but I already take preparation for the IELTS. Mm, for talking about the IELTS, sometimes the topic's not really hard, the topic, but the hard thing is about the speaking is we have to make a good sentence and arrange our idea, right? And we have to make clear opinion regarding the question. And the hardest thing that we have while we answer the question is how to make what is that, a good in grammar. I mean, related to the question. For example, if the question asking in the past, we have to make the sentence with the past. Sometimes it's quite hard to make the right that. What do you think, sir? How to answer the proper answer regarding the question?
Is it Mohammed who is talking now?
Uh-huh.
Okay, one
Yeah,
moment.
I think
Guys,
that's
dear viewers, once again, please do not forget to give us high five. It doesn't cost you anything
uh
rather than touching the golden colored hand symbol in your
Oh,
device. Just touch it once,
okay,
and
that's
if the
great.
number goes up, you have given us the high five, including our guest speakers. So, Mohammed, where are you from once again?
I'm from Indonesia.
You're from
Indonesia is
Indonesia.
my
Uh,
country.
yeah, in speaking section, there are three tasks, task 1, task 2, and task 3. And among all the
Mm-hmm.
tasks, there are some rules and some regulatory things we must do. The first one is that when you're speaking, you need to have good English grammar. Second is
Yeah.
pronunciation. Third is your
Yeah.
intonation. Fourth is your rhythm
Uh-huh.
and punctuation gap. Fifth is
Mm-hmm.
talking uh, about the related topic, and then
Mm-hmm.
cohesion and coherence. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This means that you are always just try to answer what is you have been asked, and total the speaking
Mm-hmm.
task generally in between 15 to 17 minutes, depending on the
Mm-hmm.
participant's response. So in task 1 is generally about yourself and introductions. Task 2 is a cue card or a
Yeah.
flashcard. You'll be given a topic and you'll be
Mm-hmm.
given 1 minute to write it down about the topic, and you'll be asked afterward to talk at least 2 minutes. And the task 3 is like elaborate discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which is like one-to-one question. And in the task 3, you have to always give your opinion, your reason, and
Mm-hmm.
an example. So these are the rules. So which part of the speaking task you like to try today, Mohammed?
For this section,
Yeah, there are three parts. Like task
what
1,
what
as
the
I have
question?
explained.
Pardon?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Pardon. What the question before?
In the speaking section
What
in
do
IELTS,
you want me to
there
say?
are there are three tasks: task
Yeah.
1, task 2, and
Three
task
part.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So which task you would
Yeah.
like to try today?
Probably task one because the easier one. Yeah, just task one.
Okay, sure. I'll give you the example in task 1. What type of
Hello, hello.
questions
Can you hear
are
me?
general?
Uh-huh.
Yes, we can hear you. Is the Quranic recitation coming from your side, Mohammed? Mohammed?
Yeah, probably from your side, teacher. I will try to answer. Yeah. Just give me a question and I will try to answer.
Task 1 is like speaking about yourself, okay, mostly. And so the
Mm-hmm.
first one is the general question is introduce yourself. So that is the first question in the task 1. You can talk 2 to 3 minutes minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Total work. So Mohammed, would you like to try? Can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, hello.
Mohammed, can you not hear me?
Okay, let me tell. My name is Muhammad. I'm from Aceh, which part? Hello?
I don't know, your voice is breaking somehow, you know. Hello,
Rahat, bhai.
yes.
Yeah, uh, mine was asking
Oh my
that
god.
everyone has shiny and colorful profile picture, but no one telling how they edited. So mine, if you are listening to us, if you are there, so I think you should ask someone, and if you ask, then only people will tell how they have edited. No one is going to tell by their self that how they edited. If you want to know, you can ask. If you are interested, then I'll tell you how we have edited this picture.
We have to just update and, you know, upload a colorful photograph. Oh, we lost Mohammed. Okay, and Pramod and Vikas, you can discuss anything if you want, or you can ask me anything on the other side.
Okay, so because you know that why I joined your live stream, because I wanna improve myself, and I need feedbacks. So uh, think I should go with task one, and that's real good. But can you tell me the task two? What is which type of what is the structure of task two?
Okay, in task two, another thing, when you're talking in IELTS exam, we have to remember we must use formal words, standard English. So gonna, wanna, have to, WhatsApp, this kind of expression must be avoided. If you use it, teacher will not say anything, but they will not give you good marks. Okay? So in task
Okay,
2 is the cue card or flashcard. Okay, so when you enter to the exam room for your speaking task, all of your conversation would be recorded, and after finishing your task on, the teacher will ask you, welcome to the task 2 section, and on the table maybe there will be hundreds or 50, for example, a flashcard, like a small paper. The topic will be written there. You will be asked to choose any card from there or any paperwork. Then when you will take it, for example, you will see it is written in the cue card, laser activity that you do. Okay, then the teacher will
okay,
ask you and give you a pencil, write down your thoughts, what you are going to talk about in the task 2, and then after 1 minute the teacher will ask, now start talking. So from the card, so you have to write like information like this, for example, for the same topic, laser activity that you do. So what do you mean by laser activity? First you can tell quickly, and what activity do you do, why it is important, and do you enjoy it, and how long do you do it, etc. So when you will start speaking, then the teacher will start counting the time as well, because you have to talk at least 2 minutes continuously. Once again, when you're talking, you must use a good grammar, pronunciation, intonation, your speaking rhythm and punctuation gap, and also talking about the topic only, not to bring any other unnecessary information. You can give example if you want to. Okay, Pramod?
okay. I
So
understand.
Rahat,
Yeah, I understand.
you can give any topic to us, any part of that. Say one, two, three. It's up to you. I am okay
No,
with that.
I always ask the
But
participant which
Rahat,
question.
sorry for interrupting you, but I wanna, comment on Azam because Azam sent a solution and he tried to prove 4 equals to 5. Please go to that Azam comment where he proved.
Pramod,
Here is two. Yeah.
sorry, I should stop you because we are not here to do the mathematics. That's a funny question from Nurullah.
Yeah. But you know that, you know that it is not possible, because you know that I found the fault in Azam, mathematics. There is equation 8x plus 12 equals to 10x plus 15. That is totally wrong. Because in equation, the left-hand side should be equal to right-hand side, and they are not equal. So we can find the fault. I'm not, commenting on anybody. I am only saying that there is a fault. That's all.
Hello, I'm back.
Welcome, bro Nurullah.
Okay.
Okay, Nurullah brother is always in a funny mood. That's why he brings this type of funny topic.
Nice to see you both. Thank you.
But you should watch this video in the YouTube. 2 plus 2 is a fish. It's not any mark, any number. I've seen this video. 2 plus 2 is a fish.
That's good. So, Rahat, I want to go with task first. And please give me feedback after my conversation.
Hi, Signer, welcome. You want to try task 1?
Yeah.
Okay. So, welcome everyone. We are going to have a simulating test, same as IELTS exam. So, in task 1, you have to talk at least 3 to 4 minutes total duration. The topic you'll be given your introduction, then I'll be asking few questions after your introduction. Okay? Ready?
Okay.
Hi, Jihan. Welcome.
Yeah.
Good morning. So,
Yeah, I'm also ready.
Okay. Now, you can choose something else if you want. Let me finish, Pramod. Then when Pramod finishes, because few people are waiting, then I'll let him go. I'll bring more people to try, So, Pramod, welcome to the task 1 test. So, please tell us about yourself.
Yeah. Thank you. And I am Pramod. I am from India. Well, I live in Delhi. I live in the capital of India, that is Delhi. And I am 26 years old. And I'm a teacher. I teach mathematics. And my hobbies is singing songs. I can sing songs in 3 different languages. The first is Hindi, second is English, and third is Bengali. And I like swimming also. In my free time, I usually play guitar, and I usually go to give extra classes to student after the school ending. And I have I have a great interest not only in mathematics but also in history, Indian history. That is divided in 3 parts. That is ancient history, medieval history, and the modern history. So yeah, my students most of the time say you are most of the time I engage with the students and they say you are very friendly with ourselves, and that's make me happy. And what can I say extra? Thank you.
Okay. So you like music, you are a singer as well. We'll come back to you. You said that you are quite aware of the Indian history. Which
Yeah.
date is the Independence Day for India?
That is 1947, 15th of August 1947. You know that on 14th, August 1947, Pakistan was, independent. And after that, 15th of August 1947, India got freedom.
Okay, so how many years the British ruled the great India?
It approx 200 years.
Do you know the exact year when they started ruling?
Okay. You know that at 1600 there was British company, that is East India Company, came in India, and I can say from that time to 1947 is approx 347 years. So you can say that 347, but at that time that is only a commercialized type company which motto is only in India to to make trade, but approx 1700 they start capturing they start colonizing the this country, and
Can
yeah,
I can I
it's
st-
approx
stop? Can I
you can
stop you
say
here? Uh,
200. Yeah,
Pramod, you need to
yeah,
talk always about the topic. Okay, so you have been asked the exact date. Give the exact date. This is another techniques of the IELTS exam. Do not tell anything unnecessary. And it was 1757 exactly. They came earlier. That's
yeah.
right, but they started ruling from the 1757 to 1947.
Yeah.
Okay, let me welcome some more people. Aishan, welcome. Mary, welcome. Ijerim, welcome. Reham, welcome. Who else is here? Aisha as well. Jihan as well. Okay. Another important fact about the IELTS speaking task 1 is that do not say about your age. It is not necessary. About your marital status, your religious belief, your salary. These 4 important information shouldn't be disclosed in the speaking task 1. Because it's not like a job interview, okay? During the job interview, the employer might ask you, but in IELTS exam and general interaction to any other place, just refrain from saying this information. That's great, you have spoken really well. So, what is your future plan, Pramod?
Yeah, in my future, when I was, in my 11th standard, in my intermediate classes, I have a dream for civil services, be an IAS officer. So, my future plan is to be an IAS officer, civil servant, and yeah, I'm also preparing for that.
That's great.
Besides a teacher.
Okay. Reham has a question why we don't need to mention age. Because these are your too much personal and private matters. You don't need to say someone else how old you are. That is not really necessary in IELTS exam. It may be necessary for some job interviews, especially government jobs, when there is a limitation of applicants' age, and where you need to mention about it. Okay. Yes, Aishan, you
May
are
I add something, Rahat bhai, if you allow me, please?
certainly.
Thank you for the permission. Um, the thing is that why we not mentioning the age while we giving the introductions. Um, the first thing that is written in your documents you already submitted, so it's not necessary to us like to answer something which is already written in the document as well. That's also a fact, if I'm not wrong. And the second thing, as Rahat Bhai said, that it's not necessary to the examiner to reveal your age to the examiner because it's not his concern to know about your age. Always speak to the point. And my brother, Ash, welcome and Eid Mubarak to you, brother.
How's it going,
So good
brother?
to see
You
you
have
after a long
forgotten
time.
me.
Not
You've
really,
forgotten
bro.
me.
Don't even ask. Like I was super busy and Rahat Bhai know it.
Yes.
Yes. But why I can't see you?
He's hiding. Chupa Rustam.
Because I'm zombie.
That's no good. Because we want to
Yeah,
see you, right?
We can see zombies, Narula.
Yeah,
it's
we
not
can see
zombie,
zombie.
brother. Zombie.
Zombie.
It's Z.
Z,
Zombie.
yes,
Ah,
zombie.
Yeah.
exactly.
Guys,
Now it's good now.
Vikash and Pramod, do you know Ash?
Yeah,
I know
I
No.
know him.
because. I know because.
Okay,
Ash, you
Pramod.
know me.
Hi,
Yes, of
Nurullah.
course.
Okay, guys, let me introduce
I'm so
Ash.
sorry, Ash, if I'm not, knowing you. I'm so sorry for that.
Okay,
That's all
let me
good, brother. I
introduce
saw you talking.
Ash is an awesome guy from Australia. He's doing his PhD over there. He got 8.5 in IELTS academic, and he was working as a mentor, IELTS mentor in British Council. So, which is why
Wow, great.
I have invited him to give
Wow.
some information, and he may assess your quality of talking and the other requirements. He's much more knowledgeable than me, and we both try to do the assessment of the people. Except Nurullah Bhai, you don't need Nurullah Bhai. Nurullah Bhai doesn't need an IELTS because he can go to any country without IELTS.
let me show my face too,
But
because that Narula
but
will
but I
say
need,
that I am
but
also
I
a
need a
zombie.
sponsor.
Wow,
Okay.
But I need
nice
a
to see.
sponsor, which is Rahat Bhai didn't give me.
Okay. You don't need a sponsorship. I said too many times. And people who don't know me, okay, this is Rahat Ali from
Everyone
England.
knows you. Everyone knows you.
Okay, Ash, Pramod was giving some, information about task one. Okay, if you have
Mhm.
anything to say first, then I'll go to him again.
Um, in task one, the questions that are asked are very simple. So you need to answer the questions within 2 or 3 sentences maximum. And always remember one thing when you go to exam hall, you will get maximum 16 to 17 minutes, and you have to finish your speaking within 17 minutes. So some people can go for 12 to 17 minutes, right? So now you may wonder that I can speak non-stop and I can go and touch the 17 minutes mark. But in IELTS, it doesn't work this way. An examiner will ask you a question and then he will wait until you pass the time. If you pass the time, he will stop. Okay. So now when the examiner asks you a question, you need to be focused on how you answer that question. So for example, if somebody asks the question that teacher Rahat Ali asked me yesterday, do you like shopping? So in the third part, you were expected to speak 1 to 2 minutes, like per questions. If you count the time of 17 minutes, so it goes like 1 to 2 minutes max. So now, if you start speaking about shopping, and if you go very slow and try to describe what is shopping without giving any explanatory sentences, then after 2 minutes, the examiner will stop. Maybe you were very good in speaking, but you didn't answer the question well. So regardless of your well English, you will get less spent. So make sure when you start answering a question, just draw a mind map that you are going to finish the answer within 2 minutes. So within 2 minutes, give an introductory sentence, give the definition if you need to, give the example. One example is okay, and then conclude your sentence, like your speech. That way you can get good mark, because they will also assess how well you can finish within the time. That's all.
Thank you. There is a question from Jerim. I think she's a new user. Nurullah can maybe explain. She asked how she can buy a coin and how she can participate to our live stream.
Good question. Ash, I have a question for you as well. Please remind me after I answer her.
Okay.
So, Adrian, how to buy coins? There's few ways to buy coins on Halo. Number one, you can use your credit card, debit card, or any sort of bank card that you have that is available in your country, which is registered with the Google Play Store. That's the one way. The second way, you can buy the Google Play card and redeem it, and then buy coins, which is available in every retailer shop in your country. It's depending on your country where do you live. The third option is you can top up from your mobile SIM card. But again, it's depending which mobile SIM card is registered with the Google. If you are going to buy the Google Play card, so not accepting any foreign currency, you have to buy the card for the local country, because Google does not have any sort of program for international currency. And the fourth way is you can make live stream and you can ask your friend to donate you. That's the easiest way. And how to participate in the Rahat by live stream or any live stream? If you want to hop on, you can just say, hop me on. So Rahat Bhai will be able to do that. Or there is an icon in the top, down right, in the corner. So click on the button, Rahat Bhai will have a request from you so he can bring you on the camera. Okay. I hope you got the answer. And now the question for Aish, brother Aish, is, yes, Rahat Bhai, finishing our last question.
The icon is when you can see two person in one symbol. You have to touch that one, and do not say hop me on. Say may I join you, or can I join you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for the correction, Rahat Bhai.
I have seen many of
Yeah.
the time people they write that hop on me.
Hop on means wrong word. It's something
Yes,
else.
Yeah. Even yesterday, I seen a person who said join me. I said make your live stream, then I'll
join me.
join
Yes.
you. Yeah. Ish, I have a question for you.
Yes.
How to, like, for the benefit of the people, as we're talking about the IELTS, so I think this will be a fair question. How to utilize the time to not go over? I mean, mostly people have this problem. They're not able to utilize the time while they're speaking, and sometimes they speak less, sometimes they speak over. So how to utilize the time?
Okay. So the thing is, first you have to know how much time have you got in the exam hall. So you know now you have got 17 minutes. And now if you categorize the parts, part 1, part 2, and part 3, what other questions are asked in the part 1? Very simple. Part 2, you have 3 minutes, 2 minutes to talk and 1 minute to take note. So that way you can actually categorize your time the way you should start speaking. So if you practice a lot, then you will start finding a pattern, the way that you need to speak, correct? So
Hello.
in my opinion, to just be in the right pace and to correctly answer the questions, you just speak 1 to 2 minutes on the third part. The third part is opinion-based questions most of the time. So you start your sentence with an introductory sentence that will consume around 10 to 15 seconds. So if you if you like count 15 seconds or 20 seconds for every sentence, then you will see that you can finish your speech within 2 minutes. And because
Okay.
why it is so important to finish your sentences within 1 to 2 minutes is because when you pass 2 minutes, the examiner will stop you. But that doesn't mean that you spoke very well. That means that, yes, you have you have got fluency, but did you cover the other things that you needed to cover? Did you say topic in the context? Or did you use the right examples? Did you conclude your sentence? That's also included. So if you want to get good band, you have to focus on everything, all the parts. And I think that's a great way to actually manage your time by practicing. If you practice every day and try to answer your question within 2 minutes. And IELTS is all about practice, Sometimes I find so many people, they get good band, but out of the IELTS topic, they can't speak well because they have mastered the techniques and tactics how to do better in IELTS. Yeah.
So basically, your point is to count the words, how many words you can pronounce in a minute, right? And
Yes.
then you will be able to utilize the
Yes.
time.
In practice, but not in the example. If you go in the exam and if you try to count, that would be a bad idea. So when you
Right.
practice,
Yeah.
record your answer, and then see in 2 minutes have you covered all the aspects of the questions.
So that means content is main important.
Content is the most important. If you are not good at content, you are not going to get good band. Maybe regardless of your English, maybe you're very advanced, but you are not talking on topic. You will get maximum 6, max 6. So you need to be on topic. That's important.
Okay.
Um, Rahadbi, I have another question. I'm sorry to interrupt you in between. Have you ever give the propositions to someone or to a company or any organization?
You mean proposal, business proposal?
Yeah, any sort of proposal.
I did it quite a few times. Yeah.
Okay, so what was the rule for that proposal?
Uh, there are few things you must include. That what kind of business you're proposing. Is it your self-introduction of your company, or if your product marketing, or it is your client's marketing, or is it your service? So it depends what kind of proposal you are after.
Yeah. So the reason I'm asking this question is, here in the country that I'm working, the rule of the proposal is you have a limited time, and you have to speak in that limited time to explain your proposals. You cannot go more further. They will stop you. The organizer will stop you. Like your time is done. You cannot speak more further than that, even though you submitted the quotation by written. But when it's about the speaking comprehensions, you have to be limited on the time, and that's what exactly happening in the IELTS exam. You have limited time, and you have to make
Exactly.
the points in that limited time.
Yes, true.
Mhm.
That's
Okay. Now,
important. Yeah.
yeah, guys, we have got Professor Jihan from Kurdistan. She got IELTS. I think she was studied in the UK, and she can explain her real life experience. Professor Jihan,
Yes.
welcome.
Hello,
That's
everybody. Do you hear me?
that's why I requested her to join us.
Yeah, hello. We can hear you.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Rahat. I'm not professor. I'm just lecturer.
Okay, no problem.
If you call me professor, I'll call you doctor because you are PhD student. So you are doctor already. So
Yes,
thank you very much. Appreciated.
welcome.
You
Actually, if
can call
I
him
talk about,
Gandhi.
pardon.
You can
Very
call
nice.
him Gandhi, the most peaceful man on Hollow.
Yeah, he's very kind actually. I did the IELTS exam, I think 7 years ago, 8 years ago, before getting my unconditional offer for master. So I got 7. I didn't expect that mark, but I studied hard. I exercised the technique of the exam about the timing, and I followed the instruction in the books, the IELTS books, and I practiced with myself the techniques. How can I control my time? Like from the listening part till the end, till the writing, and then after writing, as you know, they'll call your name, and then you'll go. You have to talk about maybe 20 minutes, and you've got different questions. So for the speaking, it was easy for me. I got the higher mark in speaking and writing because I was good in writing. The speaking part, uh, as you know, you will choose the topic by like choosing some random papers. uh, it's like you will choose one of the paper and he will ask you, the examiner. My first part was about he asked me to introduce myself and talk about myself because I'm international student. Like, where are you from? Why you came to UK? And what's your goal? uh, like uh, 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 he asked me about some question about my family members. How many sister you got? How many brothers? What about your dad, mom? This kind of question. And then he moved to the specific questions. As Ash mentioned, that type of question, when, for example, he will ask you one question, you have to be careful what you're going to answer according to the type of that question. So he started with me. As I remember, the first question he said to me, if you go out indoors or outside? What's the most enjoyable things for you to do? What are you going to do? So I answered him. I said to him, I enjoy when I go outside, I enjoy different things because I'm adventurous person. But the favorite part for me is like hiking things and explore new things and car racing, those kind of things. And then I stopped. And he moved to the second question. He said to me, as I remember, he moved to the history of Britain, UK. He said to me, in your opinion, what's the biggest city in UK? What are the most biggest city? I said to him, I'm new here. It has been like 3 months only, but as I know, I think Nottingham is one of the big cities. Birmingham, this kind those what I know. And then he asked me uh, about about the weather and about the culture in each setting and the language of that setting. Then I said to him, for example, in Liverpool, their English accent is similar. For me, I was feeling it's similar to the German because of their accent. It's not understandable. But in Nottingham, I was fine. Manchester, they talk fast. Sometimes I can't understand. I said to him because I listened to some tracks when I was listening to the for preparing for the IELTS exam, and in London it's near to BBC accent. It's clear, something like that. I answered this this question as he required me, and then he moved to some difficult questions. He asked me about some political things about countries. For example, why you came from Iraq or Kurdistan to study here? What's the difference? Why you've chosen this one? And what's your goal? Why you didn't study master there in your country? I said to them, I've given opportunity or a scholarship, and it was one of my dreams from childhood. And I've read about the system in UK for studying and for getting master degree, and I wanted to make my dream come true, and it came true because I got this scholarship. But it was not easy actually to get it because you have to be qualified. Even in my country, they'll not send you randomly. No, they'll do tests. I did IELTS course and ITP TOEFL tests with high mark to allow me to get this scholarship. It's not easy. We've got 25 points just for acceptance, and you have to get offers, and then the Ministry of Higher Education will choose you from the top 10. So I was the top 10 in my city, which is the Hawk City. And as I remember, the most question was this one about adventure things and about culture, history, and your goal in life. I think I spent 18 minutes, yeah, in the speaking. And he said to me, it's fine and wish you all the best. And he was recording actually. And then I got my result after maybe 20 days, 23 days. I just surprised. I was happy with my result. And then I got the unconditional offer for master degree.
And can you please mention for our listeners which university you completed your master's?
University of Hertfordshire, Hatfield, London.
Yeah, Hertfordshire. That's one of the famous universities in the UK.
Yeah, it was amazing actually. The specialists, the system, the teachers, all things were amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, I have few questions.
Thanks,
So if you
lecturer
may
Jihan.
allow me that.
One moment, yes, sure.
Yes.
Thanks, lecturer Jihan, for your real life experience. I'm sure that you have answered many questions from the people who are listening to us. Yes, Vikash, what's your question? And as she said, as can be helpful as well, and we are here.
Yes. So my first question is that is there any validity for this IELTS score? So it's for lifetime or it has
No,
some
it's for
validity for 1 year, 2 year,
Sometimes 2 years,
2 years.
sometimes 3 years.
In
3
our
years?
country,
Okay,
3
2 to
years
3 years.
only. Yeah, I guess.
Okay. And the second question is that suppose that if a person go for IELTS academics, so will he be eligible for IELTS journal if he go for the
Yes.
job? So,
So
due to yeah, in regards to his that score which he got in IELTS academic, so it will work there or not?
IELTS academic is for everything. You can do anything with IELTS academic, but if you go for GT like General One, then you can only use the result for your migration purpose or like working holiday something. But if you do academic, you can use that one also for the migration purpose. So IELTS
Okay.
academic, can be used for both because IELTS academic is much harder than the
Okay.
IELTS
Thank you.
general training. I Shakil. Hmm.
We'd like
Right.
to
And
one moment, uh,
yeah.
because we'd like to acknowledge some more people who have joined, and Dynamo is making good comments. Dynamo, welcome. MD from Bangladesh, welcome. Shakil, welcome. And who else is here? Sharu is welcome. Okay. So, as you can explain, what are the basic difference of academic and general test, so that they can know about it?
Yeah, so that's what pretty much I said. For academic purpose, I don't know about other countries in Australia or for many universities. The validity of the IELTS academy will be for 2 years. After 2 years, some of the universities will ask you to sit for IELTS again. If your IELTS academic certificate is expired, like if it goes past 2 years. For the general training, you have 3 years to apply your citizenship or like working holiday. If you have 3 years, that's fine for migration purpose. But I don't know about other countries. As Jason said, that in Iraq, the validity of the IELTS, academic IELTS, is for 3 years. Yeah, so that's the main difference. Actually, there is nothing much difference. Just one is for study purpose, and the other one is for the migration purpose. But one thing I want to say, when you guys heard Jason talking about her IELTS experience, I actually found out one pattern that she was trying to answer in one pattern, and that's the best way to go for, because you need to follow a pattern, because 17 minutes, that's it. He is not going to assess anything out of that 17 minutes.
Yeah.
So you have to make a structure how you are going to face the examiner. So I found out when she was answering all the questions, and I found out a pattern. Like she's giving a topic sentence, and she's telling she's explaining some examples, and she's saying one concluding sentence. That is the reasons why I like going out, or that is the reasons why when I go out I like that activity. So that's a good way. You should follow a pattern to get highest success in IELTS.
Great. So I
Okay.
have another question. So there are other uh, testing agency to like TOEFL other than IELTS. TOEFL is also there. I guess one more is there. So what is more acceptable test? Because suppose if I go for IELTS exam for few country, I go for TOEFL too. So is there any standard organization would take the test and is it's acceptable everywhere?
It's like IELTS is basically for Australia, England, and what do you call New Zealand. Sometimes some of the universities from Canada they also accept, but mostly TOEFL and GRE they are for the United States. the University of United States, they actually require you to have TOEFL or GRE.
Jerry.
Hmm. So yeah, so there is no such organization that can
So that means
provide.
no common platform
No,
for all the
no,
countries. Okay.
no. Hmm.
Yeah,
Uh,
thank you. And one question for you only, Ash. You are pursuing your PhD.
Yeah,
So what is
I
your major? In which, yeah, what's your
finance,
topic and
finance.
finance?
So I'm trying to work on the
Okay.
arbitrage theory in finance.
Okay. Okay.
It's
Great.
yeah, nice one, very complex, but it's fun to work with that
Yeah.
theory.
May
I'm
I add
also planning to
something?
You
go for
want to do?
PhD.
hold on a second. Jihan has a question. Lecturer Jihan, please.
May I add something for the about the speaking task in IELTS?
Please.
Uh, when they ask you about something, for example, if it's about the past, you have to be careful. You answer in past tense. If it's present, present. They focus on the grammar very much. For example,
Grammar.
if it is past, you have to say I did something. If you say I did, you got marked. This is what I noticed actually. They focus on the grammar, the past tense, present, future.
Mm-hmm.
They see how much grammar you've got.
That's right. And
Correct.
also,
I
may
don't know
I?
if Ash is like agree with me or not.
I agree totally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. And they also ask another pattern. I have seen it. A conditional
Okay.
sentence. They will
Ah,
ask you a
yeah.
question in such a way, then you have
Yeah.
to answer. Like if we're, for example, if we're a celebrity, which celebrity you would like to be, for example,
Uh-huh.
or if you're the mayor of your country, what problems you're going to resolve, etc. This kind of a conditional, pattern they
Yeah.
will ask you, apart from the grammar.
Yeah, that's a good question actually. So you need to focus on the questions that are asked in the exam hall, and you need to start in the same tense.
Mhm.
That's a good way to start. You can start like with other tenses, but you have to be focused on the tense structure that they have asked. That actually means that you've understood the questions, right? So
Exactly.
yeah,
So they
Okay.
have their set set pattern of question, or they ask their question as per your conversation.
now they have set questions. They have set questions.
But they won't give you the question paper,
No,
isn't
no,
they?
they won't.
They yeah, like sometime because sometimes they can even ask you something very different that you even won't expect from them.
Yes,
Mhm.
that means you should have there your
Yeah,
open thought. You should be open for the thought that they can ask anything.
Correct.
you have to be flexible or knowledgeable. That's it. Like
Right.
um they can ask you the question if you have a baby in the front seat, what would you do? Would you buckle them up or not? Like it's just a stupid
Hmm.
question. It's maybe asked by the traffic police, but they can ask
A
you sometimes
situation,
the same kind of
situational
stupid question.
question, like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's for the
here we call
awareness,
it.
right? Like you have to buckle up the baby. Yeah, you have to buckle up the baby. It's making sense, but even you will be able to answer the question when you are knowledgeable, when you are placing yourself, which is makes sense. So that's the only thing matter.
Yeah, here we call it BEQ, that is behavioral interview question, behavioral event question.
Exactly.
Yes, yeah. So they give that situation, and then you have to act like this. So what is the going? Okay, so I have last question. So might be with another conversation. I'll ask the other question. So Rahat bhai, you have told that we should not go for the personal question, right? Like age you are talking about. So, but if the person asked the question like Jihan, lecturer Jihan was talking about, that they have asked her about her family, like sister, brothers, family. So Don't you think that it's a personal question?
Now, the fact is that I said four things they never ask: your age,
Yeah.
your religious belief, your marital status, and your salary. They can ask any other question apart from this four information. And as I also said, and when we are introducing, we shouldn't bring this four information. You can describe, or you can discuss other things. And also, being an IELTS examiner, the person can ask you other questions about your family as well.
Okay, thank you.
No
And
problem.
Jason was telling me that I should say thank you to everyone. Yeah, I should say thank you to everyone because I got a lots of information from experts. Experts are here, like Ash, Jihan, you, Narula. He has also got good experience. I don't know whether he has set for this IELTS examination or not, but he has good knowledge. I really
I did not
appreciate.
sit for the IELTS exam, but I do study for the IELTS exam. But then I got visa without IELTS, so I no longer required to sit for the IELTS.
That's right.
And I guess accent is not much important for sitting in IELTS
I don't think.
examination.
I don't think
But
it's important when it comes to
yes,
IELTS exam.
but the
All
main
the
thing is that
all
the
it does
person
matter.
should understand what you are speaking.
Correct.
Yeah,
Mm.
pronunciation does matter. As long as you can decorate the words to make it more beautiful, then that's enough.
Pronunciation is the thing. Like if we talk about India, so we are very diversified country. We are very big country. I hail from North India. Some people hails from South India. Like Karthik is there. Many of the people knows him. That's why I'm taking his example. So what I speak pronunciation, if I talk about his pronunciation is something different because he hails from that region. So there is sometime MTI also comes like mother tongue influence. So it changed the way of speaking, like pronunciation, minutely if you talk about. So what you say that it is acceptable or not?
I'll ask the question to Ash. If you can discuss like pronunciation, clarity, rhythm, punctuation, gap, etc. If you can clarify, Ash.
Yeah, I think it's fine if you don't have an accent. It's totally fine. As long as you are able to communicate, as long as you can pronounce the word correctly, and you don't mess up with the pronunciation. Sometimes, if I give you an example, if you say, what can be the example? Like hope. Some people say, okay, if I say, I hope that I'm going to get a good salary, right? That's one pronunciation. And the thing that you are trying to say is hope. So hope and hope are two different words, right?
Exactly.
I'm going to type the word, but if you
Like if you
say
say that hope on and that hope,
yes, yes, yes,
that
that's what I'm
yes,
saying.
yes.
So some people say, like, can say hope instead of hope. That's wrong pronunciation, and that will deduct your mark because you are not able to communicate. Because someone can understand that you are saying hope, right? The other day I was saying that he was pronouncing the word well as oil. I'm well, well and oil.
Well and all. Okay.
Yeah. So if you
Oil.
say oil, that's a different word. So that will actually make you really hard
All and oil.
to be
All and
understood.
all that we use.
Yeah. So these are the things that you need to consider. But mother tongue influences is fine. According to me, it's fine because I have seen one of my friends. He is studying in at Sydney University, and he also got very good IELTS band. We used to be working together at the same institution. you know. But
Can I
he doesn't
include
have
Can I
an
include
accent.
one more thing here, Ish?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. What Vikas bring up, like brought up a very good questions, and even though Rahat Bhai and there was a person from Jihan country that we have a kind of conflict about this thing, about the accent, and he was like kind of disagreement with the Indian accent. So, as we have big countries. Look, like this, we are the example right here. Look, Rahat Bhai way of speaking is different than mine. Mine speaking of way is different than Jihan. Jihan is speaking totally different with a different accents because uh, as we all belong from the South Asia subcontinent, but she's belong from somewhere else, so she have that different voice frequency. I mean, if you have different voice frequency, that's a different thing. But if you are missing the spelling in a sentence to not pronounce it correctly, that's going to reduce your marks. So you have to work on that. It doesn't matter that you pronounce the word Pakistan or Pakistan. It does not make any change. It's the same way to pronounce because the alphabet are the same, but the only thing is matter to pronounce it with the right way. That's it. It doesn't matter that you're from the North India, South India, East India, West India, Central India. It does not make any change you know so that's the only thing matter. If you I'll speak a little bit like a minute more about this. If you heard about the Russian accent or Azerbaijani English or the Arabian English, they speaking more than different. And then in the Arabian, Tunisian speaking different, Eastern speaking different, than Morocco speaking different. Even Irish people, they speaking different. So it's depending on the culture and country, as you said, like the mother tongue influence. And the examiner also understanding that we speaking English as not native speaker. So if we have a different voice frequency for the pronunciation, it does not make any change. Like it's not like something putting on your marks. It's totally fine though, as per Ash explained you the way. But you have to make different. You have to differentiate the words as he like I mentioned hop and hop. That's the only
Yes.
thing matter to differentiate the words for better understanding.
So I guess voice clarity is more important.
Yes,
Exactly.
it is.
Right, right.
Hmm.
So, Jihan, Ash, Narula, and Rahat Bhai. So, what is your feedback about my speaking part? So, because I have
Oh
been
God.
talking to, I guess, in around 30 plus minutes.
Mm.
Uh, would you like to talk about something else for 2 minutes? Maybe then it will be better for us to listen to your conversation.
Sure, sure, sure.
Okay, would you like to try for the cue card? I can give you the topic, then you can talk at least 2 minutes.
Well,
Cue
Rahat
card.
bhai, I'm
Okay,
sorry
let
to
me.
interrupt, but I'm not even accepting your question because I have a strong reasons and argument about this. Like I keep telling people, never ask this question from public unless from the examiner to judge your English, because they are the one who
Why
are
so?
certified to judge your English. That will be a mistake to ask from public to judge your English. Do not do that because people will discourage you, and then they will ruin
No,
your encouragement.
probably he is trying to get a feedback. But
I
according
guess
to
Yeah,
yeah, I have
that's what
something
feedback
different
means
thing.
for me, Ash. To
Mhm.
to ask from somebody to give him a feedback, basically to judge his English, and we are not the examiner, so we won't be make any justice to his English. Maybe we have
Yeah, in
different
one sense,
opinions about his
correct.
English. Yep.
In one sense,
Exactly.
So
correct. Yeah.
do not do
Yes.
that, brother.
And Narula, I am agree with you, brother, right? But sometime what happens? So until unless there is there is no one that who can tell you, and if you're okay with to take the criticism, it's up to you. If you're okay, so that means you are in the path that you can accept other things, right? I'm talking
Uh,
about
I
feedback.
don't want
See,
to. I
let
don't
let
want
me
to go
finish.
with the argument. I don't want to go with the argument. I just give my opinion just to protect you and your English. When you're
Hmm.
using the words "but" after the sentence, that means you're not agree with me because that's the term of rejecting something when you including the words "but" in the middle of the sentence. What
Hmm.
I mean is to you that people will not make justice with your English, which is not good for you. I mean, I don't have any problem if you're going in the public and ask people to judge your English, which is they are not certified examiner. That will make things worse for you. It's not about the criticism. It's about to protect yourself and focus on your goals and achievements. That is more important rather than to ask somebody to judge your English. Even if you ask this question from a native speaker, they will also be not able to make justice with your English because they are not certified examiner. They are just a native speaker, so they don't even have the ability to judge your English unless you're certified for something. So I'm just protecting people to not ask like inappropriate question from the people which can cause them trouble. That's what I mean. Other than that, the choice is your brother, and I respect that.
Got your point. Got your. And thank you for your suggestion.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
that's right. But sometimes, Nurullah bro, we don't give the judgment. We just give the feedback, which part of the English the person needs development or improving. That's it. We are not going to say how much he's going to get. That is because we are not, as you said, we're not qualified to do that, and we don't do it in the public as well.
Hmm.
Well, thank you, Rahat Bhai. I will take my words back.
Okay, that's right. And MD, he has written a very good example. Yeah, when we give feedback, if you know your weaknesses or flaws, that is the part you need to develop and focus on it. Thanks,
And
MD.
Radbhai, my point is that you should be open enough to take criticism too. It's not always about that you are accepting and you are taking the good things. And this is also a way of learning. And your topic is also speaking task. And we have
Well,
person like
we are going
Jihan.
to
Jihan is
different
here.
parts.
Nurullah, please let me speak. If you allow me for 1 minute.
Oh, sure, sure, sure.
Thank you so much for your patience. So we have Jihan, we have Ash, we have Rahat Bhai. So for my point of view, they are competent enough because they have gone through that process. They have achieved that level. They have got something, as we call that band, right? So that's why I asked them, if you're not okay, it's up to you. Great. And thank you for suggestion for everyone that you generalize this thing and you have put your opinion. But I always look for the feedback because I mentor two people, few peoples I mentor too. They ask me, if they will not ask me where they're creating problem, what is the feedback, so I'll not going to give help to them. The same thing with me, I have few mentors too, right? And here we are only for learning, nothing else. My point is that my only purpose is here for learning. I do live stream for that relate to learning only, not for this other things. So that's why I ask this question to that experts are here.
Exactly. And may I share something what Nurul Labro said? Yesterday, there is a British teacher named Steve Stency who lives in Japan. He was doing the podcast challenge, and someone has asked the same question. And teacher Steve said that that's right because I'm not the qualified assessor, though I'm IELTS instructor, but it is the examiner who can give you the accurate marks. But I can give you the feedback where you need help and development, like your pronunciation, your grammar, maybe your vocabulary, and especially as Ash has mentioned, these are the most common problems when you're talking like homophones and homonyms. We are very much confused when we are pronouncing these words, and he said that you have to focus these two words when you get homophones and homonyms, and they're really misleading and you wouldn't get good marks if you don't pronounce it accurately.
Hmm.
And
Okay,
Rahat
now I
Bhai,
got your point. Thank you.
Jihan is here. Jihan is a teacher. She's a lecturer. I don't know what process they follow in their academics. Here in India, if I talk about, students give the feedback of teacher, right?
Yeah,
Teacher asks
yeah.
the feedback to the students.
We got
So
same thing.
yes, they are teacher and students are no one. If we talk about, because teacher teach the students, they make them learn.
Hmm.
But though they also ask for that feedback and all, and it's always good to take the feedback. Jihan, you have same process?
Yeah, we've got this one, the students' feedback as a part of the quality assurance, and then teachers' feedback, and then The teacher's feedback will taken from the dean, from the head of the department, from other like the administrative part, and then the president, the assistant of the president, vice chancellor. All these will be collected, and then you will get your
Candidates.
what they call it, the final results, and the final results will be evaluated by the Ministry of Higher Education. The university will send it there, and then they'll return it. They'll see if it's good or not, and they've got like a committee, uh, like uh, uh, like private, or we can say a special committee to check all those
Right.
results. Like,
And we have,
and
NAC is
yeah,
there, National Accreditation Board. So National Council of Accreditation. So they also go for that thing that feedback is required from every stakeholder, whether it's from student, dean, vice chancellor, or
yeah,
any person.
yeah,
That's
sure.
right.
Yes.
Okay.
And if you want to give you, pardon, if you want me to give you like my opinion about your English, I think you've got fluency. It's very good, but you need to do something to like practice the technique of IELTS exam, or for example, even TOEFL if you take it. For me, if I get like a scholarship to do PhD, they'll require me to do maybe again IELTS or TOEFL. So I have to go back to the books or practice again, because I don't like remember all things actually. And also I'm here to like improve my vocabulary, because I think I need to improve it always, because I speak three languages and more than three. English is not my native language. It's hard for me to remember all things. So this
Right.
is just my opinion, point of view. I'm not examiner, not anybody.
Hmm. Yes, yes, got your
Thank,
point.
Yeah.
thank you, lecturer
To
Jehan,
me,
Thank
for
you
his
the
for
feedback.
feedback.
point is very good, because every sentence that he's making is very easily understood, and that's the main
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
And he speaks in chunks, in phrases, and that's the beauty of a good speaker. When you speak in phrases, it makes more sense than when you don't maintain the phrases. So, for example, if I say, I love to go to the university, so that means I'm like speaking in chunks. So I'm emphasizing phrases. So anybody can easily understand, and that you have got that talent. So it's not
Yeah,
hard for you to
and the
get
second best
the
thing
highest
is,
band.
yeah, and the second best thing is that he's not making any effort with all sound or any sort of extra sound to place in the sentence, which is
Hmm.
make you a good speaker, to speak English. That's the best part, and it's also considered in IELTS, I think. When you are making effort, that will reduce your marks.
Okay.
Correct.
Because do you have any more question? I'd like to bring few more people, if it is
Yeah,
okay.
sure. No, I don't have any question. So I really enjoyed live stream. Thank you so much, Raj
Hold
bhai,
on,
for
I need
giving
to
me
just
once
give me
again.
a moment. I need to follow you. You were a good man. Okay.
Thank you
If
so
it's
much.
required,
I
Rahat
also
bhai,
To
I'll
want
hop
to
off.
follow Jihan.
yes.
no, I'm
That's okay. I'll
also
let you go. Right.
hopping off
Yeah.
because
Yeah, I'm
other
just.
people are also waiting. And Narula brother, no hard feeling for you. You have given wonderful
No,
feedback, right?
bro.
Wonderful
No.
suggestion.
Um,
And
I'm I'm kind of person. I'm kind of person who are able to accept other people's opinion, and I have no offense on that, bro. I really appreciate
that's
it.
why.
And if I'm
So
wrong somewhere, I will definitely ask for help to correct myself. That's it.
yeah, in last minute, I'll finish my speak, right? Because I'm from the human resource background. So what I start thinking that I should help the people, those who are looking for some kind of help. So if it's good that if you help the people if they are learning, same with this Hello application because I'm learning too. If someone wants to learn, it's very good to help them out, especially if they ask for that one person Jihan, I guess he was asking Jihan or no that other person, one person was talking about mine. Yes, he was talking about that everyone has that colorful display pic DP, but no one is telling that how they got this. So I asked them that you should ask. If you will ask, then people will answer. If you will not ask, no one is going to answer. Same with here. If anybody wants to learn something, then he has to ask. People are there to learn, there to help. Might be one will be help, second will not help, but I'm sure that third will help, because all people are good people and they are here to help each other. So again, thank you so much. Bye, Jihan, Ash, Narula, Raat bhai.
Nice
Bye
to meet
everyone.
you.
Okay, thanks,
Yeah, same
Ravikant.
here.
Thank you so much. It was
Nice to
very
meet
nice
you
to
all.
To
see
meet
you.
Bye
you,
bye.
Vikas.
And thanks for support and
So nice
coming
to meet
here.
you, brother.
Yeah, we'll see you
Have
later
a
some
great
other
day.
time. Because, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bye bye. Bye bye
And
everyone.
to a quick response, Rahat bhai, to Vikas' opinion, that is the reasons I'm not answering people who is only sending me message with the hi, because they're not asking question appropriately, and only sending hi to someone is just wasting of time.
Right.
So do
Okay.
ask question instead of sending hi to someone.
We have got a few more people who joined. Rajinder, welcome. Sakif, welcome. MD, again, welcome. Sharoj, welcome. I think Rajinder wants to join, and MD as well. Okay. I'll try to bring both of you. Just give me
Yeah.
one quick second.
MD is making actually very good comments. He
Yeah,
has
so
good
I'd
knowledge
like to
of
talk to
IELTS.
him
Yeah.
as well. Aishan, welcome as in. So,
Mr. Rad, if you want me to like
I
go
can go
off,
off
it's fine.
for a few
Yeah,
minutes.
it's fine
I
for
No,
can go
me.
off
no,
for a
no,
few
no,
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 minutes.
no,
no,
Ash,
no.
we need
Ash,
you.
you stay, Jahan, you stay. I will probably hop off because it's also time for Doer. So I'll go get ready for the prayer and I'll join you guys later on.
Oh,
Okay?
thanks,
So
bro.
you both stay, I'll hop
Thanks for your
off.
support as
Yeah,
usual.
thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, I'm a cool guy, Rahat.
I know that. Yeah. You said that you are going to give some ED coins. Where are our coins? He's gone.
Mm. Mhm.
Okay. Abdullah has sent requests. Abdullah, I'll bring you in a moment. Let me talk to him. MD, welcome.
Oh, thank you for the opportunity to be here.
Please let us know about your name and where are you from and what do you do.
My name is Morshed. I work for a private commercial bank here at Dhaka, Bangladesh. And my aim to join here to enhance my speaking skills so that I can get PLB 9, which means listening 8 and rest of them would be 7. So I am new here at Hello App.
When did you join here? MD, can you
I
hear me?
joined probably 6 or 7 days ago. Yes, I
Okay.
can hear you. Can you hear me properly?
Certainly. Carry on.
Oh, I'm sorry for a network issue or anything. I
Yes,
was
carry on.
talking about my aim.
Carry on, MD.
Okay,
That's
okay.
fine.
Yes. Actually, I try to search some partners who can practice with me for IELTS speaking. Probably that would help for both of us. That's why I joined here, and I'm very new. If I do any mistake, I'm sorry for that.
You are good.
Okay. You have already heard that Ash is from Australia. Prof. Lecturer Jihan is from Kurdistan, and Rajinder from India. I'm Rahat Ali from England. And you know, the fortunate matter is that both Ash and I were born in Bangladesh, but we live in
Oh,
different countries.
lucky you. It's good to talk to someone who is at level 100. You know, Ash, I'm happy to meet you.
My level is 100 but my English is quite opposite.
I don't think
No,
so.
no, no. And also, if you know or not, Ash got IELTS academic 8.5, Professor Jihan got 7, and I got 7.5 in academic when I came to the United Kingdom. 16 years ago, I'm talking about. Okay.
Oh, very wonderful, very wonderful. That was, you made my day, guys, after hearing those uh, particular scores that fooled me.
So your comments are really amazing, and we are reading and we're thanking you earlier. So if you'd like to share anything about the IELTS, so that would be great for the listeners.
Well, back in 2016, I set for IELTS, and on that time, that was academic, and I got 6.5. Includes 7.5 in listening, and rest of them was 6. But currently, whenever I get some mock tests, I got 7 or something. The only hurdle I'm getting to reach 7 in writing and as well as 7 in speaking. So
Excuse me.
probably currently I got the pulse of writing. So I think it will be overcome by myself within 1 or 2 months. But for the speaking, I'm still searching for the solution.
Okay, may I ask you, why do you need the IELTS again?
Well, I'm intending to settle myself in Canada. I'm 29 years old. And CRS score for Canada, comprehensive ranking system. So in order to enter in Canada through express entry, I need to have a decent score like 470. So if I get CLB 9, then my score will be 464.
Okay, that's great. We wish you best luck, and thanks for joining and supporting. And please follow us, support us, so that we can have more, conversation. And because you're new, we have a Bengali chat group here in the Hello app. Would you like to join there?
Surely, certainly, I would love to go join there.
Okay, send me a message when you finish the conversation so that I can add you later. And we've got another speaker, Abdullah. Abdullah had also set for the IELTS exam recently. He can share his practical experience. Abdullah, welcome. Abdullah, can you hear me?
I think he's not hearing us.
Voice is breaking for me. I don't know why. I don't know for others. Sorry, voice is breaking for me. I don't know about others.
Okay, Ash, can you
Voice
talk
was
to him?
breaking. Yeah, now it's fine. Now it's fine.
Oh, okay.
I can hear you now.
Welcome, Abdullah. Eid Mubarak, and if you can share your practical experience of IELTS exam, that would be great.
Yeah. Khair Mubarak. Yes, sir. I attempted IELTS exam in June for the first time, computer-based IELTS, and my requirement was same empty. It was like minimum was 8777, but other than 8777, I scored 8.5, 7, 6.5, 6.5. Like in speaking and writing, I lagged with just 0.5 in both the modules. So I am planning to reattempt for the second time, yeah, within a month, inshallah.
Okay.
Wow.
So, uh,
I am
Ash. Yes, sorry, Ash. Go on.
actually shocked that he got only 6.5 in speaking. I don't know what's he missing. Yeah, true. His English is fantastic. Like he should get above
Sir Rahat Ali,
7.
Sir Rahat Ali, Ash brother, sorry, I interrupted you. Sir Rahat Ali knows the story, what actually I did, and I know the sad thing and the unfortunate thing is I know what I did. Even at the time of exam, I know that I will not get my desired man. I know what I did wrong. But yeah, it was the first time, you can say. Actually, I completely stopped at 1 minute 45 seconds in part 2, and the examiner, can you imagine like I did, the examiner was making gestures by her hands that don't stop, keep speaking, and I was
Like
just
this.
looking at her face. She was saying like, go on, don't stop. And I don't know why, like, actually I'm not good at length speaking, what I observed and what I think my main weaknesses. Like if you can ask me 30 questions within an hour, like sorry, within like 5 minutes, I'll be able to answer. I will not be quiet. But if you say me, like speak on length, Like for constant 3 minutes you have to speak. That's not my thing. So that's what I
Mhm.
think. That's what I, but I'm working on it.
But Abdullah, since you know that your weakness that you couldn't finish the 2 minutes talking, so what
Mhm.
actions or strategies you have taken so far to develop it?
Sir, I downloaded some IELTS topic from some good popular sources, and I'm practicing specifically, on cue cards. Like other than 2 minutes, I'm trying to speak 3 minutes on each topic, just to just to get used to it, get used to length speaking.
Mhm.
Okay, that's great.
That's
And
my
also try to
strategy.
find out a pattern.
And
Just try
yeah,
to find out a
can you
pattern, the
can you?
way you want to answer the questions, so that your brain is active when you go to example, because you know how to
Mhm.
start. Once you know how to
Yeah,
start and how to finish, it's easy. It becomes a piece of cake.
exactly,
Just it's very
exactly.
mechanical. When you know how to start and how to finish, and what are the things, always go for one example. That's it. But in QCAD, maybe you can give two examples. But in the third part, I would recommend somebody to give only one example, and that's enough. Give one topic sentence. I always say that again. That's how I actually um, attempted my IELTS exam. I tried to find out a pattern, and then I found out that if I give a topic sentence and that an example of what I'm saying, one idea, just one point. For example, if somebody asks me, why do you like this thing? I would give
Mhm.
one example. But in the topic sentence, I can say, well, I like many things,
Yeah,
but I am going to talk about one main reason, and the reason why I like it, the reason that you give the reason. And then you give an example. For an instance, for an example, this. And then you conclude your sentence. That's it. And you will see
yeah,
that you have easily passed the time length.
exactly.
That's right.
So,
Uh,
I have one question, like specifically for Q card, Ash brother, as you have good experience of IELTS. Like, we must have to follow the order of the subparts, or is it not necessary?
It is,
Because I,
according to me, it is like, in some sense, it is necessary, because that's the way you get the flow, right?
Mhm.
And the way the prompts are given, um, you have to follow, actually, because first it's a, for example, talk about a present that you've given to someone, what it is, when did you give. So if you see the sequence, then it will say that if you say the third prompt before second,
Mhm.
it doesn't sound right. For example, if you say,
Yeah,
well, one of the gifts that I can remember at the moment that I have given to my friends, one of the friends, is a phone. And then the prompt says, what was it? Like maybe a phone that's iPhone or Android. But if you say that I have given the phone, or I have given the present in December last year, and then if you say, well, I gave a phone, that doesn't sound right, right? It doesn't sound that
yeah,
it's
exactly.
not maintaining the
Mhm.
chronology. So when you say,
Exactly.
well, I have given a phone, and that was in December last year, so you were in a
Yeah.
flow. I think
Exactly.
it's important.
But the thing is, it's very challenging, like the subparts, you must have to talk irrelevant things as well. You have to add like
I mean,
irrelevant things because otherwise you will not be able to complete, the 2 minutes. But it's very hard, to maintain the boundaries between the subparts. Like the probability of jumping back to the other subpart or the one you like already spoke about is very low. There is a big chance that you're gonna you're gonna jump on the subpart again, the one you like spoke already.
yeah.
So
So
yeah,
that's
I'm
why
working
what
on
do
it.
you? So I think that's my suggestion only. if you want to follow, and if you just try it out, maybe it can help
Yeah.
you. So what you can do, just first of all, when you try try to write the key points in the
Hmm.
piece of paper. Um, First of all, try to write the key points that you want to talk, and from each prompt, from each one, like the questions, they're not questions, but they're prompts. To be specific, try to write 2 points, like key points that you want to talk on each prompt, on each question,
Yeah.
and then you will
Yeah.
get at least 8 points, and that's, I think, enough to talk
Exactly. Yeah.
2 minutes on the topic. And on the top,
Exactly.
you are getting another like 20 seconds to conclude your sentence.
Hmm.
To conclude the sentence, you can memorize the structure all the time. For example, if I talk about the present, to conclude the sentence, you can say, well, these are the reasons why I still remember the gift that I have given to someone, right? So it
Hmm.
is taking another 20 seconds. See, if you follow the
Yeah.
pattern, it's very easy to pass the time, as well as
Yeah.
you will be in the flow. But
Sounds
again,
great.
Exactly.
but again, but again, it depends, brother. All the time you can't perform really well, because it depends on your mood sometimes. How well have you,
Exactly. Yeah. Especially,
sleep? Of course.
writing and speaking. I think it depends on creativity a lot. Like reading and listening, they have fixed marks, they have fixed questions, fixed answer. You know what you did. But writing and speaking, it's just like your first of all your basics matter a lot, and also your creativity. Like you cannot. There are not any fixed numbers. Someone can write
Correct.
good essays, someone can write excellent essays, someone can write like more
Correct. Correct.
expert, like with expertise, more expertise. So Rahat Ali
Mhm.
sir, unfortunately I have to go. Sorry, I joined at the wrong timing.
No, no,
I have
that's
to leave
okay,
and my family
Abdullah.
is waiting, but inshallah I will join tomorrow.
Thanks
So
for
thank you
joining.
Ash
You're
for your
always welcome.
kind like
Of
for
course,
your
brother.
good suggestions and concerns, and inshallah I
We'll
will join
talk.
you guys again.
We'll talk
Thank
Okay
again.
you.
brother.
A-
Sure.
Ash,
Take care
brother,
and Eid Mubarak.
I have a query to you, if you allow me.
Yes, of course, brother. Go ahead.
So, brother, someone says about PPF method. What's your insight regarding PPF method for long run?
Like PPF, what do you mean by PPF?
Uh,
Because PPF is one terminology in finance, so I don't know.
PPF means, well, an instructor named J, E2 language. So he
Yes.
initiated a formula, PPF. So probably there will be prompt like you have to talk about a historical building. Instead of saying one particular historical building, you may say three particular. Something like that. You may include, in the past, I visited that place. Currently, I visited this place. I'm visiting this place. In future, I would like to visit that place. So, what's your insight or thoughts regarding that?
That's absolutely fine. You can do that. But again, if the question asks specifically about one historical place, then you can't talk more than two or more than one. But if it in general asks you to talk about historical places, that's fine. You can, as long as you can speak on historical places,
Right.
that's fine.
Thank you, thank you.
I was going to add something, Ash. PPS is mostly for that task 3, speaking task 3, past, present, and future, because the examiner is going to test your knowledge of tense and also conditional, as I said. And also,
Okay, yeah.
being a good speaker, never be repetitive, do not use the same words or same
Yeah.
pronoun. That is another thing they're going to check. And also try to use high vocabulary if possible, and good expression or idioms or group verbs or phrasal verbs. I believe that they will be also assessed in that you got this candidates is aware of using those words. And also during your conversation, if you make a mistake and if you amend it straight away, then you're going to get an extra half mark. But if you keep making mistakes again and again more than once, then it will be not assessed as a good speaker. Okay.
Oh, I gotcha. PPF
Thank you.
is
Thank you. Got you.
present, past, and future.
Okay. Amdi, do you have any more question? Because two other people are waiting. I'd like to bring them.
Okay.
Uh,
No more question. Thank you, brother. I will message
Please.
you later.
Yes, please. Thank you very much, and I'll be happy to talk to you. And welcome to Hello once again.
Thank you.
Okay. Saki has been waiting, and Afra would like to join. And Shalal, welcome. Insi, welcome.
give me few seconds.
Sure. Okay. Afra, please join, and Saki, please join. So, lecturer Jehan,
Yes.
how was your Eid?
Pardon?
How was your Eid? Eid.
My Eid?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it is fine.
All
We've
right.
got visitor, but not too much because of coronavirus rules, things. Gathering is not possible. So, the people, just the relative can come.
All
Married
right.
sisters, brothers, maybe cousins, but more than that, they can't actually.
Okay.
So
Thank
they
you
just
for
call
sharing.
you to say Eid Mubarak.
Okay. Like the
It's
traditional
kind
way.
of boring, actually. It's boring. We used to have like much visitors all the time, but because of coronavirus, it's very less. Like,
Many visitors.
yeah.
Many
So
visitors. Okay. So we have got two other new speakers. One is Sakif. Welcome. And Eid Mubarak. Another is Afra. Welcome and Eid Mubarak. So meet lecturer
Yes, Eid
Jihan from
Mubarak.
Kurdistan, if you haven't met her before.
Oh,
hello,
hello.
Afra.
Yeah, hello.
Afra.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Hello. Hi, Saqib.
Yes, teacher.
Afra is also another IELTS candidate. Yes, Afra. Abdullah is going to sit for, so far he informed us, September, his next IELTS exam,
Oh, okay. So
next month.
it's same to me. Yes, I think same here. I have some plan to sit for our exam in September.
And I'm sure you have met our lovely brother Ash from Australia.
Yeah, of course. Even
Yes.
uh, yeah.
Okay, if you have any
Okay.
question regarding IELTS exam, he is a knowledgeable person. He can help you today.
Yeah. Yes. Um, so I think I talked last night. I talked with teachers too about the speaking section, and we discussed a lot of things about it. So maybe today I will talk about the writing part 2, about agree disagree, and so so I have to ask to Ash brother about it.
Are
Yeah,
you
you can ask.
subscribe? Sorry, Afra, are you a subscriber of Teachers too? Are you a
Yeah,
subscriber?
yeah.
Okay,
Last night I subscribed teachers too,
that's great.
and yeah, thank you. So.
Yes,
Uh,
great.
Brother Ash, for writing part 2, disagree, agree, or uh, problem solutions, and yeah. So
It's
what?
discussion based.
Sorry.
Discussion
Yeah.
based question.
Exactly. Exactly. So my question is, if I don't know the matter, like it's irrelevant for me. I don't know anything about it. I just know some of few words like. Uh, if it's about how can I explain, like any manufacturing products, I don't know about it, so I don't know anything about it, so what should I do?
That would be really devastating for you if you don't understand the question, but still, you can try to figure out at least some of the keywords. And in order to understand the keyword, you need to ask the question. You need to ask. Is it okay
Yeah.
now? Hi,
I have
Tara.
muted Sakif because the
Okay.
noise is coming from him.
So the thing is, if you don't understand the topic in IELTS exam, that is not going to help you to get a good band, first of all. But what you can do to just escape the exam, at least you have to write something. So what you can do, you can just try to find out few keywords, and there's a very good way, an effective way to find out the keywords is by asking questions to that question. And how do you do that is by asking WH questions.
Yeah.
What, how, why?
Right.
If you ask those questions to that question, the question will answer you what are the keywords. Like, for example, you have
Okay.
said like manufacturing. So if you ask the question that what, then the question will answer you that's manufacturing. I am the question of manufacturing or something. You got one keyword. And then try to generate some ideas, but make sure when you generate ideas, you give the logics. Then you will get good band. At least you will get like more than 6 if you can support your ideas. In IELTS, it doesn't matter if you say something wrong. That's okay. That's fine. But you have to give the logic and reasons. Why
Yeah.
do you believe so?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the key part. Yes. Yes, MD.
Sorry for interrupting, sir. I think one of my friends, she got a question like, uh, the Coca-Cola, the cap of Coca-Cola. It's called aluminum what? Scalp or what it
Hmm.
called? I don't know. Anyone know? Like,
That's Coke, right? Coke.
no, no,
Like the cap, the
no.
lid.
Yeah, the cap, aluminum cap. Is it?
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's.
So.
Hmm.
Mhm. Yeah, I wanted to ask that she got the question like, is it so helpful for blah blah blah. I mean, uh, it was totally irrelevant for me because I don't know about anything about this. So if I have a question like this, so what should we do?
So the thing is, maybe I can guess the question was related to the use of aluminium because the Coke can are made of, I think,
Yeah.
aluminium, right? Like kind of foil paper. So
Mm-hmm.
I can guess the question. Maybe it's close to that question that you have to discuss about the disadvantages. Maybe if you think that the use of aluminium is not good. So what you can do then, at least you have a little bit of knowledge about aluminium, right? It can
Mm-hmm.
damage the what do you call the environment
Yeah, of
because
course.
it these are the things that you can brainstorm.
Yeah,
So that's
like it's
why,
not eco-friendly. I can say it's not eco-friendly and it's really harmful for the our nature. It will destroy our nature. Yeah.
yeah, that's there we go. You have already got one point. So then you can give the examples. How? Okay, teacher Rahat.
Is it only she has to explain the disadvantage? She can also explain the advantage as well.
Yes, if it is argumentative, then you can give advantages and disadvantages both.
That's right. May
Mhm.
I suggest Afra because this aluminium, is it the Coke can she's talking about or the
Yeah,
Coke can? Okay.
the cap, the cap. I am talking about the cap of the can. Like,
Yeah, I
um,
understand. Okay. This, in Western countries, these Coke cans are always, recyclable, and they can generate similar cans. That is the first advantage. And also, because of the product's quality assurance, they use this can in such a way that it is sealed in a sterile condition. You know the word sterile, when it is germ-free and microbes-free, and people can drink it without any question. And third advantage would be because it's a quality product, and Coca-Cola has to go through the
quality insurance or quality assurance department when they will get certified before it is marketed nationally and internationally. And until they get this type of certificates from the department, they're not going to do it. Products branding, image is very important. Okay, and also the disadvantage you have already explained. Another disadvantage is when you are sipping these, Coca-Cola, it's made from aluminium with very tiny amount. It goes through our mouth to our blood circulation, which is not good. So you can add this. These are the both merits and demerits of using these
Uh,
cocktails.
I heard about one thing, like one of my brothers, he said that if you don't know about anything or you have to write a research paper also in any writing task in IELTS, so like WH question, also you can add some economic side, environmental side, and yeah, so if we think about the economical side, that this product is uh, how much helpful for our economy, so we can also add this thing, and also we can add, is it really eco-friendly or not? Yeah, so I think we can use those elements for our writing, right?
Introduction, main idea, supporting details, conclusion. Bingo. Good. That's it. That's the essay. I will
Yeah.
just say a few things, and then we'll go to Jihan and Sakit.
Yeah.
Uh, in writing task 2, I would suggest to everyone, don't start writing straight away once you get the question. At least read the question 3 times. Don't get deceived, because some of the questions can be tricky, and then you will go out of the track and out of the context, and then you will not get good band. In order to get above 7, you need to stay on the topic. So what is my suggestion? First of all, try to read the question 3-4 times, and then identify the keywords. Okay? And then at least brainstorm for 8 minutes. So 2 minutes, read the question, 8 minutes, brainstorm. Now you can say, 8 minutes brainstorming. How am I going to write
Yeah.
essay within 30 minutes? That's too short. 40 minutes is not even enough. You are mistaken. Why I'm telling you the reason why you were mistaken is because when you start writing, straight away when you see the question, few things can happen. Number one, you won't be able to understand. There is a high chance that you are not going to understand the question. Number two, when you start writing and you get stuck and you start thinking, oh, what should I write? What should I write? What should be the next sentence? What should be the next sentence? And then you write a sentence. Then you think, oh, I have got a better sentence. Why don't I just cut off the sentence and I write another one? It happens, right? In the writing. It is happening is because you haven't planned beforehand, before you have started writing. So that's the reason why we need to brainstorm. So we need to brainstorm at least 8 minutes, and we need to come up with 4 important ideas, and just think about only 4 ideas while you start writing. This is one thing. Now the next part, when it comes to writing, you may ask a question, how can I write the whole essay in 30 minutes? It's not enough for me. I want to give you one suggestion. So just try to get some point, good idea, and try to read few sentences. Like few sentences, and try to see the clock. How long does it take to write 50 words? You will be surprised. It might only take 1 minute, 2 minutes to write 50 words. Maximum 3 minutes. How many words do you need to write in IELTS? 250, right?
Right, 250
You have
spelling
got
task.
30 minutes. Now, does it make sense? You can easily write 250 words if you know what you are going to write. So from today, yeah, if you want to sit for IELTS soon, if you want to try my strategy, just try to write. First, brainstorm about one thing and just try to write 2 sentences, and then see how long does it take to write 50 words or 30 words. You will be surprised that it only took maybe 3 to 4 minutes. So now 50, 50, 50. It's taken only 15 to 20 minutes. And rest of
Right.
the 20 minutes, like 10 minutes, you can give, you can focus on punctuations and sentence structure. That's all. Easy. You can try this one. That's what I
Also,
tried.
Ash, grammar and spelling is very important.
Yeah. That's what I said, like extra 10 minutes that you get
Yeah.
while you write. Focus on your grammar, focus on your sentence structure, punctuation. Punctuation is very important. And another thing we will maybe discuss the other day, determiners.
Determiners, yeah.
Determiners is very important for writing. So like articles, quantifiers, these are very important for writing. So once you know all these, it's very easy to write. It becomes like mechanical. For me, writing is mechanical. Once I can brainstorm, I can straight away start writing. So brainstorm is very important. So from today, practice this
Yeah.
strategy and see
And
how you go.
And also, may I add, those expressions when you're writing, like in one side and on the other side, however, but, though, although, you need to use this type of expression when you're changing your thoughts or giving some other facts, uh, and also the flow of the written quality. You have to maintain the flow that it is quite understandable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
conjunction which we use.
here
Okay,
brought
as you have
another
explained,
Bani.
introduction, body, and conclusion, as you have explained.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm
I
I'm
would just
unmuting
I will just
Sakib.
say one sentence in here. What you have told just right now, Teacher Radali, is very important for writing, to maintain your flow in writing, because the reader needs the flow. The reader needs to understand what is going to be the next idea. So you need to know the exact use of those phrases, like in one hand, on the
Yes.
other hand. So when you use in one hand, you must be using the contradictory sentence when you use on the other hand. So you need to know these things. So if you say advantage on the both sides, then you are going to lose the mark because you haven't used the phrases properly. So in one hand you say an advantage, but when you say on the other hand, it means that you are going to contradict something what you have said earlier. Then you say something disadvantageous. Yeah, so that's how. So just try to know the perfect use of the phrases, like therefore, as a result. Just search Google, you will find so many articles on that. I'm
Okay,
done.
I have unmuted Sakib. Welcome. Sakib, do you have any question?
Thank you, Rahat bhai. Yes, I have a question to Ash brother and both of you actually. So we also found another type of essay like agree or disagree. So sometimes it can be asked that what extent to do you agree or disagree, and sometimes it just asks directly, do you agree or disagree? So if it is asked to me that do you agree or disagree, so is it necessary to give the details in one side, either agree or disagree?
Um, do you want me to answer first, or
Yes, please.
okay?
Yes.
Stick on one problem. So I have come across these questions many times, and what I followed is um, I give, if it is argumentative, the side that I favor, um, I will give on that side 2 ideas, and the side that
Yes.
I disagree with, I would give 1 idea, or maybe 4 ideas. But sometimes it's hard to maintain 4 ideas. You might get run out of time. Time is also crucial, and also it
Yes.
can. it can push you to write more than 300 words. That's also not good because you then you will make so
Yes.
many mistakes. The more you write, the more mistakes you make, right? So you need to stick, close to 250 marks, maybe 260. That's fine, but I won't say go above 260. So for me, to what extent, if you ask me the question, to what extent do you agree or do you disagree? Then I
Yes.
would say, well, but I never ever use the first person or like second person. I will always use the like third person singular. That's very right way to write a academic essay. So I would say like this essay is going to discuss, or this essay will discuss three main
Yes.
advantages of whatever of the topic, like internet or social media, and that's how I say my opinion.
Yes.
So you can do that. Two main ideas in the favor and one idea against.
Exactly, and
Yes.
also um, there are few other way of saying agree and disagree, which are academically accepted. Like I tend to agree if you ask my opinion, or in my opinion, or to the I have the reasons to believe that,
Yeah.
etc., etc. And when you are disagreeing, just write the opposite way. I have the reasons to disagree. I would like to tend to disagree. I have the reasons to disagree, etc. So that you're clarifying your agreement and disagreement in quite good way so that your reader can understand and follow it up.
Yeah.
Yes.
And in the exam
Uh,
hall, like most of the
Brother.
time you will see
Yes.
argumentative essays. So I would suggest you practice. Like 70% of the time you will see argumentative essays are coming in the exam. Is because
Yes.
argumentative essay needs like so much of critical thinking, and also the phrases that you teacher
Exactly.
Ran Ali has mentioned before. In one hand, therefore, these are the phrases that or connecting words that you need to use, and examiner can see that how well you can use those connective words.
Yes.
hmm But for the problem solution, you just don't need to use contradictory sentences. You just give your idea, right?
Right.
Jason, what's
Exactly.
your opinion?
Jihan,
Jihan.
lecturer.
Okay.
Yes,
I
lecturer.
agree with you. I agree with you and Mr. Rahat about the as you said, the brainstorming at the beginning. According to my experience, my topic was about the education and future things. What do you think about after 5 years and 10 years, something like that? As I remember, for me, first, what I've done, I was reading the question and trying to understand what shall I write and how can I do the links between this topic, like for the questions. Uh, I spent about 10 minutes for the brainstorming, and I visualized the whole paragraph. What shall I write? Like the introduction, main body, conclusion, the examples, 2 to 3 examples. And for me, when I practiced the IELTS writing as a student, I was practicing how many words can I write, as you said, and with the time. And I was putting a piece of paper. For example, for each line, I was counting 10 words and how much it takes me, uh, how much time it will take me to write the 10 words. This is why I did that, because I said if the topic is very hard, I have to focus to remember what shall I write, and then when I write down, I have to be fast because the time is very limited. You know, so I followed those steps, and I've read what I like. All it was about my opinion actually about the future and about the past, like, about what I've got. But for me, my advice is to write the academic writing. Don't include any slang words, any easy words. Try to use the academic words. even the linking words should be different. For example, if you say in addition once, the next time don't repeat it. Say moreover, say furthermore,
Yes.
something like this. If you say, for example, next time say such as, all these kind of things you have to follow. And then you have to be careful about your words, how many words. If it's too long, the examiner will be bored and maybe he will not give you like good marks. So just follow the rules, but the practicing is very important. Don't think you will get easy topic and you will answer straight away. No, you have to visualize, you have to think, and as Ash said, you have to think. When you talk about something, it should be related to the other thing, not like something does not relate to your subject, or maybe the reader can't understand what you're talking about or what you wrote. It should be easy and academic and simple. This is just like my advice and my experience in writing.
Thank you
Precision.
very much.
Someone said precisions. Yes, you need precision. Hmm.
Which
Okay,
one?
Sakib,
And
do you have any more questions, Sakib or Afra?
Yes, brother. Can I ask about reading module?
Yes,
yeah,
certainly.
you can ask anything. Like from my
Um,
experience, or
yeah,
from Rahat
I
Ali's, or from Jihan's
okay.
experience, we will share.
I I practice the Cambridge IELTS books for reading examinations, but the reading modules part. But I usually face trouble when there's a lot of questions about locating information uh, and the heading matching. Especially the heading matching and locating information is really the hardest question type in the
That's
IELTS
right.
exam, because and especially when if it comes in the third passage, which is really difficult among the three passages, then it is really difficult to understand the main ideas of each passage, because the language of the paragraphs are really difficult to understand, and many unknown types of words are given in the passages. So, and the sentences are too long. So, how can I manage this?
May I try first? Ash, you can go later.
Yes.
Okay. Do not expect that you're going to know all the vocabulary, first thing. Sometimes, depending on the sentence structure, you can guess the meaning of the vocabulary, how, and what it means. Now, Ash, please.
Yeah. So the thing that you said, that they provide actually very long sentences, and that's true. And in order to
Yes.
understand, like in my opinion, what I was trying to do to understand long sentences, because our brain actually can't hold the information for more than 1 second, even. So I was
Yes.
I was finding it's too difficult when I read a sentence, and I read something, and then when I go to the next sentence, I forget what was the first sentence.
Yes.
Do you find this problem? And that's the main
Yes.
problem of
Exactly.
reading. That's the main problem of reading.
Main problem.
Hmm. So in order to overcome, what I did is I actually found out that we need to understand punctuation in reading. It's so important, because punctuation, like noun phrase and the parts of speech, they are very important, because by providing punctuation, it can say, like in the first clause, if it says something. For example, if I give you an example, like teacher Rahat Ali, and then comma, studied pharmacy in the University of Dhaka, comma, um, and what can be the other clause? Can anybody help? You guys can help me if you want.
The
So teacher
younger.
Rahat Ali, studied pharmacy in Dhaka University, which is one of the biggest university in Bangladesh, right? So you see, these all like clauses are connected. So when you try to find out,
Yes.
like, the fill in the blanks or something, so you have to focus on the clause that is related to the blank. Like, it's very hard to actually explain. Like, what I'm trying to say is, if you understand the parts
Yes.
of speech and punctuation, it can help you a lot. Because, and also, like, connecting words, conjunctions. I gave an example the other day of and. So if you see and in one sentence, that means whatever is said in the beginning clause is going to be the same after and. Like, not going to be the same, the meaning of the sentence is going to be the same. Like, so if you say tigers are the most ferocious hunters in the jungle, and if you say another sentence, then the sentence would be very similar to the first sentence, which would be like similar to the
Yes.
ferocious word, something. So if you know the ferocious word, then you don't need to you don't actually need to understand what is unknown word that is written in the second sentence after end. You know what I'm trying to say? So, and also but. So if something says in the first clause good about something, and if this sentence is using but conjunction, then most likely, not most likely, definitely it is going to say a negative thing about that thing. So now you know, if you don't know even the meaning of that like that part, that clause, but because of you understood that when but is used, you can understand what would be the meaning of the second sentence, right? Yeah, so that's, what's your opinion, Jihan?
For me, the reading uh, is not easy actually, because you don't expect what you're getting, like which kind of topic or subject. Mine was, as I remember, one of them about the medicine, which is very hard for me. I have I don't have any background about medicine terms, things. It was very hard for me. But what I did, I just scanned the paragraph, and I've read the questions, and then according to the questions, I was looking for the answer. This is for the difficult one. The other one about the reading was about the grasshopper things. That one I've read it before in one of my IELTS books, and which is like I surprised. I said, "Oh my God, I did this one, and I got it." So it was very easy for me. I answered that one very fast. But even in that topic, you can't understand all the vocabulary things, or the full paragraph, and you don't have time to translate, and don't waste your time even to translate it. But sometimes you don't need to read all the paragraphs. Maybe the questions are limited, related to some lines in the paragraph, and the my advice to read the questions carefully, and then find the answer in the paragraph. And maybe the answer will be from the first line, or the fourth line, or the final one. But if you keep reading the whole paragraph and still you didn't read the questions, you will waste your time. So
Hmm.
this is my advice.
Good one. And also, I have written one comment: leap of faith. That also comes to my mind when I try to solve the question. Um,
Yeah,
leap of faith is something that you believe that's correct, but you can't prove it's correct.
yeah,
So it's like pretty much like, something doesn't sound good.
yeah,
If you find an answer and if you feel that yes, it is good, but you don't know why and how it is correct. But your mind says that's yes, it is correct. That's called like leap of faith. You can't prove
Yes.
something, but it sounds like it's correct. And if you see that, just answer the question and go to the next one. Don't waste your time, because most probably you have written the right answer. In
Yes.
IELTS, like in language, sometimes it comes to the collocation, like how does this sentence sound? Does it sound all right? If it sounds all right, most of the time you will see that that's correct.
Right. Sakib, have
And
you got any more
especially
question?
the yeah, yes, brother. And especially the another travel is happening when I face the true false not given questions, and it's really confusing because when I read the paragraph, sometimes the especially the not given answers are really crucial because when I read the passage, the sentence gives the information is mostly it seems to be true, but when I check the answer, it's given not given. So that is another problem to understand.
Okay. Teacher Rad Ali, I'll just answer this one and then I'll hop off for a few minutes. Maybe I can come back because I have to
Yes.
pray.
Ash, actually we are going to continue maximum 15 minutes more. Is it okay to stay
Oh
15
yeah,
minutes?
yeah.
And
Then I'm just
we are going
going
to
to
finish it.
answer to that question.
After
Um,
Sakib, we'll bring one more person, Jenny, and we'll have a little bit discussion.
Yes,
Raj
sir.
is here already.
Yeah, I'm
Yes, please go ahead.
okay. Yes, just go ahead.
Ash, are you there?
Maybe he doesn't hear.
Oh,
Mr.
it
Rahat,
seems.
His connection is
may I hop off?
interrupted.
Yeah, yes, lecture Jan, that's fine. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for your time and for allowing me to be here. Appreciate it actually.
Bye
No
bye,
problem.
Jian.
Lecturer Jihan, you are welcome anytime, I said to you, so.
Okay, now
Thanks.
ask is back
Thanks for
right now.
all. Thanks for your lovely comments and all things. It's very useful actually.
No problem. I'll see you later then,
I'm
lecturer
glad to
Jihan.
be here. Yeah, take
Bye.
care.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, Ash, welcome back.
mhm. Okay, so I just want to quickly answer. I will give you few sentences and then I will ask you the question whether the question is given or not given or false. Just focus what I say. Um, Twin Tower is very tall building. I will go very slow because like I have to also think about the question, right? Um, very tall building in Malaysia, or like Malaysian one is called Petronas Tower. Just for the argument's sake, I'm saying Twin Tower. Is very tall building in Malaysia. There are many tall buildings in Malaysia. Among all of them, Twin Tower is the most beautiful one. So many people or tourists comes from different parts of the world to visit Twin Tower, the tall building. So now the question is, I'm giving you the question. The Petronas Tower is the tallest building in Malaysia. Is it false, not given,
Not given.
or,
It's not
or
given.
Not
it
given.
is true? Why do you think it is not given?
I,
This is because
I think
the. Okay, just say. Hey, Sakif, just give the answer. Later on, I will give the
uh,
my on view.
here it is not mentioned about the. It is the tallest building. It is the tallest building in the Malaysia. So it's tall building. It's just say that it is a tall building.
Correct.
Okay.
You are in the right path.
Uh,
That's the tricky thing they do in the exam. They will mention about,
Yes.
Petronas Tower, and then they will say tall, and you might think, oh, that's the tallest. That's false. You can say
Yes.
like that's false, but it is not false. It's not given.
Okay, we have got another speaker,
Yes.
Jenny. Welcome.
Hi Jenny,
Yeah,
how are you?
hi. Yeah,
Jenny,
hello, good afternoon.
please let
Hi,
us know
Jenny.
where are
Yeah,
you from once again.
yeah, just, yes, okay. Just talk, I'm listening.
No, tell us where are you from. Then, if you have any question, you can ask because we are going to
Oh,
continue
okay.
10 more minutes. Then we
Okay,
can finish for today's live stream.
I am originally from the Philippines, but I am currently working here in Hong Kong. And I love to join in your live stream because I have taken the IELTS exam last December because I am planning to secure a job in Canada. So I tried to take the IELTS exam, and fortunately, I got my desired band scores. That's why, but I'm still trying to improve my English because otherwise I will forget how to speak in English. So
That's
that's why
true.
I'm here. You're still
That's
joining
true.
your live stream,
So
and
Jenny,
it's very yeah.
how much band score you got in your IELTS examination?
I don't want to. I don't want. I don't want to say
No,
because it's not that high. It's really my overall band score actually is very low. It's just a 6.5.
but
I got
recently you told
7.5
that.
in.
It's good.
But
Yeah, I got
recently you
point.
told
I got
that you got your desired band score, so that's why I
yes.
thought that it would
Yeah.
be good to ask you how much
Yeah.
you get.
Listening is 7.5. Writing is 6.5. Uh, speaking is very low, 6. And reading is I don't want to say. It's quite low. Because reading for me reading is really the most difficult
Not only for
category in
you,
the the
for the
most
every
difficult
candidate
category
who
in
have been
the
preparing
IELTS
for the
exam.
IELTS. Actually, for the
Mm-hmm.
every candidate who have been preparing for the IELTS examination, the reading section is quite
Mm-hmm.
tougher for every person. That's why, not only you, regarding me too. I've been also preparing
Mm-hmm.
for my IELTS examination, but I am finding lots of troublesome while solving the question from the
Mm-hmm.
reading section. But I just keep
Yes.
myself concentration over the given pattern passages. Likewise, it is altogether three categories of passages that will be provided on your question sheet, and
Mm-hmm.
for the all throughout three different passages, you have to keep
Mm-hmm.
your concentration and just go through different tips and
Raj,
ideas.
sorry, Raj. Have you met
Yes.
Ash before? Raj?
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, what?
Actually, this me.
One moment,
Are
Jenny.
you
Raj, have
talking
you
to
met
me?
Ash
Okay.
before?
Sorry.
Raj,
Yeah,
have
I
you
didn't
met
get you. What?
Ash before?
No, I didn't met him before, but yesterday I just yesterday or the day before yesterday I saw him on someone's live stream, and I just texted him below the inbox, and later recently he just responded my text through the inbox, and he told me hi Raz, and now I'm just here with you on your live stream.
Okay,
Hope that
okay.
later on we'll discuss with each other.
Okay, let me introduce him once again. He lives in Australia. He's doing his
Yeah.
PhD. He got 8.5 in IELTS academic, and he was
Oh
working
wow,
as IELTS
impressive.
mentor. And so he comes very often to help me to discuss all these
Wow.
important matters. So
Impressive.
you can.
Hi Ash.
Custody.
Congratulations, Ash.
Hi, Jenny.
I'm glad to have you.
Hello.
And also meet Jenny. Jenny is from Hong Kong, as she explained. That's good.
Thank you,
I'm
Vayu.
sure, Jenny, you're going to get good score to go to Canada. Don't worry.
So, Ash, to be honest, where are you from? I mean to say that
Bangladesh, brother.
Bangladesh.
I am from
Oh,
Bangladesh. Yeah.
glad to have you.
And have you
Hope we
met
Yeah.
will
Thank
learn
you so
Sakib
something.
as
much.
well?
Nice to meet you.
Raj, meet Sakib as well. Sakib is also from Bangladesh.
Hi,
Yes.
Sakif. We are like,
Hi,
friends.
Raj.
So, yeah, Sakif.
Hmm.
So,
Okay,
Sakif, how are you?
one moment, guys. There are some people joining. Let
Yes,
me
I'm
acknowledge and
doing well.
welcome. Hesti, welcome. Wahyu, welcome. Uh, Himanshi is coming and going. I don't know what's happening. Aishan, welcome again. She said her head is spinning. MD is making very good comments. Thank you, Pradeep. Welcome. Shani, welcome. Lecturer Jihan, thanks for your time. Najmul, welcome again. Najmul has a question. I can't make live stream though I am at level 20. It is possibly because you are not a premium subscriber and maybe you have used your 120 minutes for the weekly maximum limit. So you have to wait another week. Or if you buy a premium service, then you can do unlimited live streaming. Najmul, that's the answer quickly. And I have responded all of them. Okay, carry on now, Jenny and Raj. If you have any question, first I'll go to the lady, Jenny, please. If you have anything to ask, Ash.
Uh, are you done, Raj? I think Raj is not yet done. He's talking just now.
Okay, you are asking to
Continue.
Raj. Okay, Raj,
Go
what's
ahead,
your
Raj.
question, please?
No, I was just asking, Saki for his health and how he is feeling right now, and how about his IELTS examination? Did he prepare well for his IELTS examination? Like, what's that stuff?
I see. Okay. Okay. Uh, I I like. Sorry, I need to remember it first. Otherwise, I will be mistaken about the. Okay, I review. I prepare for almost 3 months from September, October, November, and then I take the IELTS exam by December. Yeah, so I have 3 months preparation,
Mm-hmm.
and I and as I mentioned just now, I said reading is the most difficult part of the most difficult category in the exam because those we have to be very how to say that we have to have we need to have a very wide vocabulary. I mean, yes, very wide. We need to expand our vocabulary because some of the words that they use in the writing category are those words that we don't use in our daily conversation. So we need to expand our vocabulary. That's one thing. Because if we have a limited vocabulary, we really suck. We don't know how to answer the writing section. That's it. I'm not
That's great. That's a very good
So,
piece of
yeah.
information, Jenny.
Ash, could
Yes.
you please give some hint and tips to find out the correct answer while doing the reading passages?
Yeah. So as Jenny has also mentioned that it is one of the most hardest, what do you call it, skills that you need to read a lot. Always try to,
Yes, you're right.
always try to understand why that is the answer. That can actually help you to to begin to understand how the answer should be looked in the
Mm-hmm.
question in the passage. So my
Okay.
suggestion is to everybody, when you solve a question and then try to match the answer with the answer sheet and see if you can find out why that is the answer and why that
Mm-hmm.
is not the answer, then it can help you to understand the pattern of the
Yes.
questions. That's very good, I think, suggestion or like
Mm.
advice for everyone
Yes.
if you want to improve your especially reading, you know. And there are some
Yes.
YouTube channels. There are so many good
Yeah.
teachers like E2. Somebody has mentioned MD. I think he's an Australian, and for the first time he said for IELTS he got 8.5, and then he got 9 out of 9, like all 9 bands. Um, and he is very good teacher. And try to solve some
Mm-hmm.
questions with him online when he does. And he always says what is the reason why that is the answer and why that is not the answer. So that can be
Mm.
one of the ways that you can improve your skill. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So that's a good one. And
Mm-hmm.
Of
also
course,
don't
you are.
forget about your spelling. if I think sit for IELTS exam, I will get
That's the
worse than
compulsory
in
one.
writing because my spelling is so bad now. Because of using phone all the time and using keyboard and suggestion from the keyboard, it gives you when you just send the word, you don't even think about the word. So now it's very
Mhm.
hard for me to correctly spell.
Sometimes, sometimes I just felt confusion while just writing the correct spelling of something specific word. This is because I have been studying both American and British English, and that's the reason. At some point, I just get intense over spelling the correct words, and so that's why despite of learning both of the languages, it would be good to be conscious about the single one. So I thought that the this application is best one for keeping concentration over the American English and to be have the good command over that. So it would keep you on track and will not get you moving on another track to be the wrong way. So I hope that getting on and working over the single um, accent or single English would be good one. What do you think about that As?
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. So, you know, I think like, practice. After all, you have to practice. So
In my
if teacher Rad Ali sits for IELTS exam, I'm sure that he won't do as good as he did 16 years
yeah,
ago because it takes practice, bro. I
yeah,
can.
that's correct.
Maybe I still can get 9 out of 9 in listening, you know.
Mhm.
Um,
Listening is speaking.
it's
Yeah.
because, I am hearing all the time English and from the native speakers. But again, in listening, you need to write all the word correctly. If you miss
Yeah,
one,
that's correct.
then you are not going to get, though you are
Yes.
very well in English, right? So it takes practice. So what I
Yeah,
did, I used to write a lot, before,
yeah. No,
and I used to. Mhm.
the wrong spelling will not gonna mark over in your mark.
Exactly.
That's why you must have to keep command over the right spelling of each and every word and what will be gonna spell there during the listening section, and be sure with your spelling because it's mostly remarkable there.
Brother, it is also common that sometimes
Correct.
your known spelling, your known word sometimes is also forgotten due to the examination pressure. That
Correct.
I committed the mistakes that the correct spelling. I know the word. I know the word. The word is very common, but the mistake is happened in spelling
You
Right.
because
actually
I
I'll
was
give
for
you an
confused
example.
with the.
at last you'll be given
Tying.
10 to 20 minutes to 10 to 20 minutes to transplant your answers from the question paper to the answer sheet. So while you were doing listening, just you can just keep writing there in the way how you understand that word and keep that in your mind, and then later on while you are transplanting that answer from the question to the answer sheet, you can keep concentration over recorrection while just writing the spelling there. That would be the good
Mhm.
one.
Correct.
Mhm.
Yes.
And the
Mhm.
one thing I find with myself is that in my primary school, when I was studying during my childhood, I find one thing that most of the tutor or the mentor who were teaching me during my childhood, they don't have good idea about the English languages. This is because during my childhood I was writing likewise the spelling of writing. In how many categories you can write the spelling of writing, dude?
I don't.
Okay.
I were
Let's.
I don't.
Sorry, we are
I
going to
were
finish it quickly. If you have any more question,
yeah
Sakib, Raj, or Jenny.
Mhm.
I
Um, Brother, I can discuss about listening. in the listening part, another crucial question is MCQs, because in MCQs we see that there are some MCQs are very small options which I can easily understand, and I can easily read the questions before the listening the audio script started. But sometimes the options are too much longer with long sentences. So it's really difficult to understand all the options. And when the audio starts, then sometimes it's difficult to understand which one would be correct, because they actually deliver all the informations
Yeah,
in direct or indirect ways. So what would
Right.
be the solution in this case?
Um, in that in order to get the MCQ questions correct, I think you need to focus on the stress. It's one of the good way to understand what is going to be the answer, because they give you some signs before they tell the answers. So, like,
Yes.
they will stress. For example, if I say the answer is, it's not mostly substantial, or like it is not very important something, they would say like, yes, generally it is very important for everything, but you're not quite, that kind of stress. So they will
Yes.
put just before the answer. So you need to also see the pattern of the way. That's why I always say that it takes practice, practice, practice. Get used to that IELTS
Yeah, right.
exam, because that is
Sakif,
very different. IELTS is very different. Speaking English
Yes.
is one thing, and doing good in IELTS is different.
at
Yeah.
somewhere
Yes.
while getting the answer for the MCQ questions, there would be likewise the answer over the listening audio clips will be translated in the passive form. So there you must have to be concentrated yourself, and to be highly alert yourself that the answer will not be gonna told you at the last time, but maybe it will be discussed before starting going through the that question. So you must have to be keep concentrated yourself there, so you would be highly command yourself to get the right answer. And another thing is that for that MCQ question, you must have to know the first words, I mean the first vocabulary of the gaps, of the fill in the gaps, and the last vocabulary of the fill in the gaps. So that will keep you concentrated over the answer, that what the answer will be gonna off before what, likewise that. So you'll be highly alert, and maybe you will not get fall with the wrong answer.
Okay. We'll go back to Jenny. Jenny, do you have any suggestion about it?
About
The
listening,
listening MCQ, multiple choice questions answer
MCQ,
in
the
the listening
multiple
part?
choice
Right, yeah.
questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think this is one of the most difficult, challenging part of the listening
Yeah.
category.
I need to
But
ask
I
one
guess
question to ask.
the
Yes,
we have to. Okay,
yes. Jenny, go on.
no, I think go ahead, Raj. Do you want to
No,
ask
Jenny,
something
you first,
to Ash?
because lady first.
Go ahead. Okay. No, okay, thank you. I think you have to just now Ash mentioned about practice. You have to practice, practice, and practice, so you get a use of that, of the MCQ, because it's really hard also to catch up the answers for this specific part of the test. But for me, I really focus on my vocabulary and paraphrasing, because all of the statement there is not is paraphrased. They use another words and synonyms. You need to also know all the
Yes.
synonyms of those words, because they didn't use the same word in the question, right? It's not the same. It's not the same word. Use synonyms. So we need to focus on our synonyms also. We need to know more synonyms words and lexical resource. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, that's correct.
yeah. Vocabulary. Wide vocabulary.
Hmm.
Yeah, to enrich
And
vocabulary.
Uh,
and and
Brother, I heard that most of the time, the correct answer of the MCQ should be paraphrased, and the
Yes,
other
yes.
Yeah,
options are directly from the
All
Correct.
passages. The
yeah.
yeah,
keywords are
that's why I
correct.
Paraphrase.
already had given MG high
Yes.
five for that compliment and the nice comment below the comment box. Actually, I just get missed over saying those things while speaking. That's why.
Yes.
Yes.
But to be
And
honest,
MD is
Paraphrasing.
contributing. And in the
MD is
MCQ question
great. MD.
or in listening, if you see an answer straight away and you can catch, most probably this is not the answer, correct answer.
Yeah,
So just don't be so happy and then lose your focus on the next sentence that he is going to tell. Just don't be
that,
very happy.
Mhm.
Just when you see, oh, somebody, he has already told the answer, I just write it. No, just wait for more few seconds, another 5 seconds. He might maneuver and tell something else.
Mhm.
right.
Yeah, all
Exactly.
good. Any last thing or anything?
Yeah, we have to
and
finish
one
this.
more
And
compliment. Never feel panic of getting audio clips stopped while it was played. This is because if you will be get intense over your brain, you will may missed most of the answer for your answer sheet, and that was done because of confusing the student to just decrease their concentration or listening. So never feel afraid of that. Keep your concentration
Yeah,
on track.
Hmm.
that is the
okay.
most important thing.
And thank you once again, Ash, Raj, Sakib,
Thank you, Rahat Bhai.
Jenny.
Thank you, Rahat Bhai.
And it's
Thank
our,
you, Ash
Thank
brother.
you.
My pleasure,
Thank you,
brother.
Sakis brother. Thank
And
you,
thanks
Ash
to
brother. Thank you,
thank you,
Jenny
Raj.
sister. Thank you, Rahat
Yes.
sir. Thanks all of you guys for your nice appreciation towards all the ALS learner and for teaching some all of us good and useful tips and trick for overcoming our ALS examination.
Yeah. Thank
That
you so much.
yeah,
You're a good
thank you.
man, Raj and Sakif. I know Sakif already. Raj, I also know.
Thank you, brother.
Pretty much I know everyone. Yeah.
okay.
And I
Bye
came to
bye, all
know
of you
MD
guys.
today
Okay.
as well.
We'll see you later.
Okay,
Bye.
we'll see you later.
Bye, Rahat
Catch you
Bhai. Bye,
later,
Ash
No
brother.
problem.
Sakis.
Bye, Raj.
Bye bye.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone. We are finishing it. It is our ongoing weekly session. Please join us every Saturday, Sunday in between 7 to 8 a.m. UK time. I, along with Ash, come with IELTS preparation tips and techniques with all 4 parts. And you are always welcome to join us. I'm sorry, many people send me requests. I was not able to bring all of them. That's my apology, because sometimes timing is a factor, and also when we have guest speakers, we just can't say no to them. We must finish those conversation. And thanks for all the supports, all the lovely comments of many people who are watching. Your support always makes me happy. Your support always makes this live stream successful, which is why I'm grateful and indebted to you. Please support me, cooperate me, and join my live stream whenever I'm here. As a cultural part of my live stream, I try to do live stream from Essex, Cambridge and London, because very often I am to go to those places and I make live stream from outside. And Salam, welcome, Ani, welcome again. MD, Minkal, sorry guys, you have joined at the last moment. I'm sorry couldn't bring you. Please join me next time. I will be bringing you guys. And thanks again for your support and lovely comments. You guys and ladies are awesome. And carry on practice. Remember, we are here to develop our English language. Never ever give up it. Practice, practice, practice. Everything: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Without practice, we can never be successful. No one has ever become successful without practicing. If you ask any cricketer, footballer, swimmer, singer, basketball player, anyone who are successful, they will say one thing: practice. So practice, practice, and practice. Everyone, please focus on practice. You take care. I'll see you later. Bye.